Oh, hey, guys. Oh, hey. Turn my Call of Duty music down. How's everybody doing? Happy Friday, Junior, you guys. Happy Friday, Junior. Hope everybody's having a lovely day. Oh, I gotta call. Sorry, I was trying to be quick with it so you guys didn't get your eardrums blown out. Trying to be quick. Trying to be quick. Doing my best to be fast. How is everybody's Thursday going? Is everybody having a good Thursday? Good Thursday? I sure hope so. Damn, I wish this would load faster. That'd be super fun. Cool. Alright, let's see. We got meringue jellies. We got air cooler rock. Dude, what the actual fuck? Where's my... Thank you. Jesus. Good lord. My internet today. My god. Venus here. Micro Missile is here. Modest Queens is here. We have Pippi, or Pippity Bird. Nosebleed Seats. Tito is the coolest. We have Inut. Lavishly Lavender. Depth of My Ego. We have Moody Manicore. Lavishly Lavender. Dreamer. Honeybee. Your Waifu Isn't Real. Base. Let's go. Zephyr is here. And we've also got Lulu is here, Marshy Moo, and Sylvie is my icon. I hope that's in reference to Sylvia Plath. Dragon Fox is here, Nerdy Nora, Simon Saint, Mars, Dead City, Queer Fatia. Can't read. Awa is here. Bard is here. Violet Iris. Demon O Flight. M. Dally. And we've got Scrunkly Screw. Arby. Ryan the Panda. We have Don't Smoke in Bed. Rye the Panda. Or Rin the Panda. I don't know. I can't read. You guys gotta leave me alone. Pumpkin Pyrite is here. And who else we got? Goat Kato is here. Mylonic is here. Let's go. Many of us are here. Many people are saying that. Many people are here. Many people are here. Many people are here. All right. Yeah, don't forget to like the stream, guys. Very important that we're liking the stream. It makes me really happy. Okay, it makes me so happy. It makes me so happy, you guys. It makes me happier than you would ever know. Happier than you could ever even potentially dream of. You know, it's just the happiest guy. The happiest guy. And then let me... Actually, that's totally fine. That's totally fine. I hope everybody's having a wonderful Thursday. A wonderful Thursday. Thursday. Oh. Alright, I did... Here's my message here. Because I did say 5... What time zone is this? Oh, yeah. So, you know, we got like 20 minutes to spend quality time together, you guys. 20 minutes of quality time, or so. Give or take, depending on the phase of the moon. And what have you. All of that good stuff. I know, really crazy, really crazy hot takes that talking to children online is actually fucking insane. True. True. Crazy hot takes all around. Crazy hot takes all around. Very true. And then we can do this while we wait. Let me go to... Let's go here. This is context, guys. This is context. I'll give you guys context. You've earned a little context as a treat. I'll give you guys context. So, this is from the other day. When was this? What day of the week would that have been? Sunday? Yeah, this is... No, Saturday. Saturday the 6th, okay? So... I tweeted and I said, I find it very concerning that 40-year-old, childless, failed online pedo hunter Lion Man Bat maintains parasocial relationships with literal children and engages with them directly in their own Discord servers. And so this person's 16 years old. This is, Lio saying that he's just observing the children, which is certainly a certainly sentence to say out loud. This is this minor making fan art for Lio, and Lio saying cute, and then this minor making another fan art for Lio, and he says adorable as always. The other thing that I was sent, and I have blurred all these out, obviously, because I don't, let's not bring heat to a literal child. That's insane, right? So, blurred all that out, obviously, but there were also screenshots of Lio in the Discord server talking about, quote-unquote, the goat catto situation, and then Lio saying this isn't appropriate for a children's Discord server, so he's not just talking about toy reviews and shit in there, he's talking about other stuff, he's talking about drama. It was revealed to me that he said that he was in there because there was something with the UTTP or whatever, but I don't think that that is an excuse for, like, a 40-year-old adult childless man, stranger on the internet, interacting with literal children. And so Gilded said, it takes like 10 seconds to confirm, bro, instead of listening to a mentally defective blank dreamer. You could try researching. Behold, the most damning info ever is Lio talked about Transformers in a server. And then, so this is Gilded asking, are you in the server? And he says, yeah. Hopped in to contact the server owner months ago because Go informed me they were connected to UTTP people. I keep forgetting to leave it. When was that? Oh man, a few months ago at my office. And then, do you actually interact in the server? I interacted maybe a couple of times, but to DM that person, I can grab all those posts. And then he's talking about toys and shit in this Discord server or whatever. And obviously this was sent to me by Dreamer, so we can't look at it at all. Like, we can't even look at it. We're not allowed to do that. We can't even look at it. Not allowed. Not allowed. Not allowed at all. And so Gilded goes on to say, also Glass Raven is an adult. Gonna go after her too? No. And I said, Glass Raven is a literal nobody. And correct, I think 40-year-old childless man that for some reason keeps finding pedophiles in his close circle, hanging out with 16-year-olds online is weird. Why don't you let the heavyset gentleman fight his own battles for once? And I think that, again, a lot of people completely misinterpret the purpose of what we do here. I am not an online pedophile hunter. I am a drama streamer. So, no, I'm not going out of my way to, entrap and call out pedophiles online. That's not what I do. That's not the genre of content that I like to engage in, and I don't think that anybody should engage in that style of content, truthfully. So, yeah, that's, not in anything that I'm interested in doing here. Obviously, I'm going off of drama. I'm not going off of, wow, we need to catch all these pedophiles. We need to catch all these pedophiles online. That's not what I'm interested in doing and will never be interested in doing. This is a drama slop channel. That's what this is. And then so Gilded said, glad to hear that allegations of child grooming only matter when it's somebody and not a nobody. Also, this isn't about Lio. This is about you constantly passing mis/disinformation off as fact. Whether it be me, Lio, or pedo internet adjacent, no adult should be in any servers with a minor and should be in a server with minors in them, Lio included. So, we already won the debate. I think that's a fair critique, but stretching it that he's a groomer because he's not a nobody childless 40-year-old with actual evidence is wild, bro. Do better. And so I've made my arguments on why I think that Lio is a groomer. I'm sure that we're going to go over that again ad nauseum. I don't anticipate that this is going to be a particularly fruitful call because a lot of Gilded's arguments come down to I don't care, which, I mean, it's a free country. If you don't care, you don't care. That's awesome. But I don't really have a lot to say to I don't care. That doesn't really do anything to me. So, yeah, that's what we're talking about this afternoon. And in preparation for this, I've been practicing my ultimate debater, master debater debate skills. Let me see if I can find this. This is what I've been practicing. I've been memorizing this specific tweet. See if I can find it. It's this one. Most of it's censored out, but that's okay. That's fine. This is what I've been practicing. I've been practicing a lot, guys. You guys are going to be really proud of me. I've been reciting this tweet endlessly. Fat bitches are sex offenders. I see them and I'm sexually offended. So that's my debate prep. Has just been practicing this. I've been reciting this in the mirror over and over and over again. This is my ultimate debate prep. Is Fat bitches are sex offenders. I see them and I'm sexually offended. So I'm ready. I'm ready. I've prepared my whole life for this moment, you guys. I've prepared my whole life for this moment. I'm ready. I'm ready to go. That's my epic debate prep. My epic debate prep. So yes, they are sex offenders. They sexually offend me. Very true. No, he didn't cancel on me. I said that we could talk top of the hour. He said that he normally eats dinner around this time, so I said, take your time. That's what I said. I said, take your time. That's what I said. We are all Buddy Chan. We are Buddy Chan. We are Buddy Chan. You know, gonna be a good time. I hope that you're well, Ryle. I hope that you're well. Hope that you're live, laugh, loving, my friend. You know, we've got Madam Marble. Flip it around. We are Charlie Kirk. Yeah, very important stuff, guys. Very important stuff. Very important stuff. We are Charlie Kirk. And then once we're done, I have another archived call that I was gifted. It was presented with a lovely gift. So we'll watch that when we're done. I do have to jet at a reasonable time, but still gonna be so much fun, you guys. A lot of fun. A lot of fun. It is. It's the Google Translate call. Yes. The Google Translate call. I told Aiden, because Aiden had it last night, and I asked Aiden if he would give it to me. And I said that, Aiden said, I think this one is number 2 for me, right next to the Rosa call. I said that we should make the Lio Convoy call tier list. That's what I said. We should make the Lio Convoy tier call list. We've got, like, what? We've got the Rin call, Rosa, Rin, Dreamer, Sasu. There's so many. There's so many. I'm trying to think. What are some of the other ones, you guys? Help me out. Help me out. Help a homie out. Help a homie out. There's also the No Sabo call. Yeah, absolutely. God, what other calls are there? There's a bunch of them. The Mally Malware call, the Glass Raven call, there's so many. Oh, the Stardust call. Yeah, we've got a lot of calls. So we're gonna make oh, the Bunny Chan call as well. We're gonna make a tier list. I think that Aiden and I are gonna do that so we can the jar call. Yeah, we have like a whole fucking list that we gotta get through. And because I would say as of right now, my order is like Rosa, Rin, probably Jibs, Rosa, Rin, Jibs. And then the rest of them kind of, you know, they could go wherever. But those are my top 3 right now. Those are like the 3 worst ones. So we'll have to make our little list. The KP call as well. We need a list. I need a big list. The Mally Malware call is my favorite one, but it's not as like bad, right? Yeah. And then friendly reminder that in the Discord, you guys, there are bingo cards. We have bingo cards for the Gilded Poo conversation, so you guys are welcome to play a little bit of friendly bingo. I think that I'm also going to grab a bingo card as well. That way we can play too, guys, because I want to feel included. All right? I would like to feel included. I would also like to be included in this. I would like to feel like I get to participate. You know what I mean? So we got that, and then we have a Lio Convoy bingo card, but I don't really like the Lio Convoy bingo card that we made. We'll make another one. Let me make another one for the one. So let's see. Let's do. I liked what Aiden said, where there's like an evil cackling bitch in the call. Evil cackling bitch in the call. Someone saves Lio from answering a question. Go get your mom, dad, guardian, or go get your, I'll say guardian. $180 HP voice. We'll also add, what else we got in there? We had a few on this one before. Bible verse / mention. Bible verse / mention. Trauma. Dump. Flashbang. Doggone it. Doggone it, or any iteration of such. Our free space is going to be ableism. That's going to be our free space, obviously. Freak. What else we got in here? You guys were throwing out some good ones the other day. I don't remember what all was on there. Threats, violence, we'll say KYS. In as little or as much detail. In as little or as much detail. We'll do get a job. Incest, or yeah, like incest, insult. Like your family tree doesn't branch, your family members must meet. Brings up age, and equates to wisdom. Stupid idiom, that's a good one. Stupid idiom. Yep, we got the get a job one. Mouth sounds. Mouth sounds / mouth breathing. Same insult said 2x or more. You don't know dick. Brings up wife. Oh, that's capital. Brings up wife. Peaches mention. I got Bible references. He doesn't say the R slur very much. I think he only said it in the Rosa call. What else we got? There were some good ones on there. I can't remember the other one. Oh, pay attention's a good one. Pay attention. We'll do Peaches mention. We'll do Rosa. Rosa mention. Saying childlike term instead of cuss word. Quote, I know disabled people. Answer me. That is not a free space. Ableism is the free space. Mushmouth. And then we'll do... No, not interrupting. We can do better. We need 4 more. We can do better. We can do better. We can do much better. Let's do... I'm trying to think. Oh, health mention. yes or no question. And that's a good one. That is a good one. Fake laughter. I already have ableism, guys. That's the free space. I need one more. I already have ableism. No, ableism is the free space. I already have trauma. I have health issues. I put health issues on there. Trying to think. There's some good ones on there. Canned laughter. I like that one. We'll say... Did you call rain? Alright, fine. I'll put slurs. Fine. Fine, I'll put slurs. Okay. Okay, this one's the Lio Convoy one. This is the Lio Convoy one. The Gilded one is in the Discord server. This is the Lio one. Lio bingo card for call later. There's that one. Oh shit, just kidding. That's my version of it. Hang on. Fuck, I did this last time too. I gave you guys the link for me creating it. My bad. This is the one that I share. This is the one that I share, sorry. This is the shareable one. This should be the right one. Yeah, that's the right one. Okay, got it. Got it. Okay, that's the right one. Sorry, my bad. There you go. Glass Raven, why is that the real Glass Raven? That lying whore. Brave of you to show your face. A lying whore enters our midst. Shame. Shame. Liar! Shame. Well, that sounds terrible. Don't you have like minors to go and talk about? I'll give you your automatic break for you. I gotcha. Pretty sure that you have minors to go in orbit. Have fun. Go spawn camp elsewhere. Okay, so we got our bingos locked in, guys. Our bingos are ready to go. I didn't ban. I timed out. I didn't ban anybody. Didn't ban anybody. We're waiting for Gilded to be ready. That is all. We wait patiently. What are Chud Logic and Lyrics fighting about? Lyrics being trans? Because I tried to watch a little bit of that yesterday, but I couldn't really pay attention to it. I don't find Liam Donovan particularly interesting, or Leah Donovan, whatever it is now, I don't know. I only know of Lyrics because of the adjacent intersection with Rose Malay. That's the only reason. Shark Jumping, thank you so much for the gifted membership, Mamacita. Congratulations, SMJ, for your membership. Everybody witness! Everybody witness! I haven't really kept up on the lyrics drama. Which is actually super funny because I feel like Lyrics was like hella fucking transphobic for a while there, and now Lyrics like put on eyeliner and lip gloss and was like, actually, I changed my mind, which is awesome. Okay, let me switch this over, guys, and then I'm gonna get, because I still am not smart enough, because like I have my Discord thing right here, right? I have that one, but it only works in my Discord server, which whatever. I know there's another one that I can do, but I don't feel like doing it right now, so. Oh, let me do this really quick. Let's do orange so you can see it. There, because every time that I do a call, you guys are like, "Who's talking? Who's talking? Who's talking? Who is that? Who's talking? Who's talking? Who's talking?" I get like a million fucking. Who is it? Who are you talking to? Who are you talking to? Who are we talking to, guys? Who's just talking right now? So here you go. Read, god darn it! Gosh dang it! Gosh diddly darn it! Fucking read, bitch. Okay. All right, I'm calm, collected. I have my bush, my non-alcoholic bush. Call me the Twin Towers the way I go down for some non-alcoholic bush, you guys. Let's go. All right. Yellow, yellow.
What's up?
What's crack-a-lackin'? Can you talk again? You're just a little bit quiet. I don't know if that's me or you.
Talking words and stuff.
Okay, I'm gonna boost you just like a smidgen. Okay, that should be good. Perfect.
What about now?
That's so beautiful. I can hear you loud and clear, and it's bringing so much joy into my life and my heart.
Good.
Good.
I'm glad to hear it.
Yeah, dude. How you doing?
How's your day going? Oh, I'm doing great.
Good, good. You know, just living life, man. Live, laugh, loving. You know how it goes. You know how it goes. So, yeah. I looked... I think it was on like Saturday or whatever when we were talking on Twitter, so I went back and I just refreshed my memory. Was there anything in particular that you wanted to start with, or do you want to just kind of like go down the list of things that we talked about?
Yeah, a couple things, actually, yeah. So, I guess I could start with a question.
Let's do it.
So, do you think that Lio has been exploitative in any of his interactions with the individuals such as Jordan/Mintheart?
I would say yes, but I don't think that you're going to agree with my like interpretation, because when you say exploitative, I imagine that you mean like either in a sexual way or either in a financial way, but I would factor into that as well, like emotional exploitation, where like you're getting a need met from somebody, even if they're, you know, at the expense of that individual, is how I would look at that situation.
Would you also describe it as would you say there was any coercion in there or predatory behavior?
Yes. I don't know if I would use... Coercion's kind of a tricky word, because I feel like coercion a lot of the time is really overt, but I don't think it was like direct, right? Like I don't think that it was an ongoing kind of prying thing like over a period of time. I think it was just kind of normalizing to the idea of eventually moving in. Does that make sense?
Well, maybe, but we'll get into that in a minute. But my second question here is, because this is something we talked about on Twitter, and I said your definition of grooming sucks. So what is that definition of grooming that you're using?
I would use the textbook definition of grooming, which is like to prepare someone to like fill a role or a task. and it can be in sexual context or in non-sexual context. So the non-sexual context that it's typically used in is for people that use disadvantaged youth to be like drug mules for them. They're kind of grooming them for that position, normalizing this behavior, taking advantage of or exploiting their situation of being, financially destitute or have no other options to make money, and they take advantage of that and kind of groom them into the position where they are comfortable doing illegal actions in order to make money. Or, other examples are grooming somebody for like a position at a job or a company, things like that.
So the immediate issue that we're going to have here is the definition of grooming that you're using actually doesn't apply with the allegations that you're levying towards Lio. These two things don't mix at all. So the definition of grooming you're using is a definition of grooming that was solely reserved for positive actions, such as a teacher or a life coach or a Boy Scout leader. Like, that definition of grooming that you used is, to put it in another way, the person is grooming an individual for the benefit of the individual being groomed.
Not necessarily, no, because the example that I used would be somebody grooming somebody for, doing illegal actions. That is within the text definition.
Which automatically violates the definition.
No, because that's in the text definition as well.
It's not, because the definition that other people that are using online that you referred to as internet bullshit, that definition that you're talking about there is actually a definition that's used not just for sexual context, but for like terrorism and grooming people into other actions.
Sure.
But that's not the definition you were using. The definition that everybody... No, the definition of, this is the point, okay? The definition that everybody else is using is the inverse of what you are using.
Well, I know, because you're going to appeal to colloquialisms, and that this is the common vernacular that's used
online.
It is a colloquial definition, because when you use it online and there's a specific connotation or implication with it, that is a colloquial meaning.
This definition was was come up with by law enforcement in like the 70s and 80s. It was originally called child seduction. And it wasn't until later that turned into grooming, because child seduction sounds bad.
Well, sure. And the legal definition of that is corruption of a minor. And that's not what I'm talking about. I'm using the definition like you described, like preparing somebody for a task with a negative connotation. Cults use this tactic. Drug dealers use this tactic. Things like that. But the
definition, but whenever you say for a task or role, that definition has always been reserved for people like school teachers and shit like that. That's always what that was for. That, in fact, whenever that word was initially being used, it wouldn't be uncommon to hear somebody say, for example, our teachers are grooming your children for success, right? That's what the context of that was for.
Sure, but that context is different now.
That context isn't different now. They just created another definition that's the inverse of that.
What do they call it when teachers are teaching children in a quote-unquote indoctrinary fashion about like gender ideology? They call them child groomers, because they are grooming them into gender ideology with LGBTQIA and sex ed and shit in school. That has been colloquially accepted for the last 8 years.
That is the inverse of the definition you are using.
No.
That's the point I'm making. That is we're talking two sides of the same coin. So, like, one it has a positive meaning behind it.
Okay, so I'm using it in the negative
meaning
behind it. Yes, I'm using the negative meaning, correct.
Yes, but the negative meaning is an entirely different definition of the word grooming. Just like a bride and groom is a different definition of, or grooming a horse, right? It's an entirely different definition of the same word. Like, that's what I'm getting at.
I mean, it isn't really going to change my vernacular at all, in the same way that I would say that, there are, like, the LDS will, like, groom people to be indoctrinated and normalize, like, these, polygamous marriages, polygamous lifestyles. Cults use grooming tactics. Sex traffickers use grooming tactics. Drug dealers use grooming tactics. All of these things.
They absolutely do.
So that's what I'm describing.
The only thing I'm correcting you on isn't, I'm not saying the word you're using is incorrect. It's that the specific definition of that word you're citing is incorrect. So that's what I'm saying. So it creates a confusion whenever you say he's grooming this person or had groomed this person, but I don't mean it in the way everybody else is meaning it. And then you go on to bring up predatory behavior, you bring up victims,
correct.
You bring up exploitation.
I would
and
agree
in the moment
that he's done all
you're
those
doing
things.
that, Yes, and the moment you do that, you're violating the definition you're citing. You should be citing the third definition,
Do you want me
which
to say
is
grooming parentheses 3 then every time that I say it?
well, no, I just don't. I want you to own the position that
Yes,
that you're accusing
I have
him of
only
very
been
specific.
I have been very clear. I don't think, to my knowledge, that Lyle was doing this for a sexual purpose. The only thing that he's a sex offender for is for being fat, because that sexually offends me. But I believe that he's predatory. I believe that he is exploitative. I believe that he's manipulative. And I believe that he is a groomer by the definition of preparing somebody to do some kind of task in the sense of like fulfilling an emotional need with the adopted found family bullshit. I have never backed off of or wandered away from that take. I think that he is dangerous to people with intellectual disabilities and minors because of his predatory and grooming nature.
So let me sum this up and just see if you agree with this. Okay, so what you're basically saying is that Lyo Convoy was grooming individuals for a bad goal. He had a bad goal he was grooming individuals for.
Sure.
And that goal could have been basically any of the things you mentioned. Would that be a fair representation of your argument?
Yeah, for the most part, yeah. Because I mean, I could be like very granular with it, but I don't. You know, we don't have to get like stunt locked on this forever. I can be incredibly granular, but generally,
the reason I'm asking that is because now I'm going to ask you, what is the bad thing that he was grooming them for?
The bad thing with Jordan in particular was kind of using Jordan's like youngness, youthfulness, in order to procure or get involved in or get a wedge in with a lot of the different predator hunting things that he was doing with Grizzly, and with Ichabod as well, and then obviously escalating into Jordan. And I think the negative thing as well would be part of the found family dynamic, specifically because I would say that that probably meets like some kind of an emotional need. It doesn't, like, on its face, like an emotional need obviously is not inherently negative, but say that I really need somebody to support and listen to me. But let's say that when I need somebody to support and listen to me, that's me confessing all of these horrible murders that I've done, and I expect you not to say anything about it. Conditioning you to be that emotional need and be like my secret keeper, obviously that's negative, but the emotional, like, kind of need there, like, generally speaking, isn't bad, but the reason that I'm using it could be bad. Does that make sense?
Okay, I'm not asking what could or couldn't. I'm asking what the bad thing is. Like, so
yeah,
like,
using minors as like honeypots for pedophiles, and then also using it to fulfill some kind of an emotional need as far as the found family is concerned at the expense of that individual.
So two things. Well, I'll get into the thing with the honeypotting later, but my second question is, how was it at the expense of the individual?
Because every single person that moved in with Lyo as a part of his found family, like, gay fucking harem, is worse off for it.
How so?
Jordan was literally homeless in a state that they were not from, had no money, didn't even graduate high school, to my understanding. Everybody else that has lived with Lyo has incredibly negative things to say. These are emotionally damaged young people moving in with somebody who claims that they can help him, or help them, whichever one it may be. Moves to a different state, new people, doesn't work out for whatever reason, abandoned, raped, homeless, on the side of the street, shaking a fucking cup, because this guy decided that it was a good idea for him to play Wayward Home for rape Discord kids and not be able to help them in any kind of meaningful way.
So a couple things. One, I'm pretty sure she wasn't homeless. I've never heard that. I've talked to Jordan. That never came up. So I don't know where that's coming from.
Where did Jordan go then?
Number two, away. I don't remember. I don't remember where she went, but she wasn't in a street holding a cup.
Okay, that's obviously very hyperbolic.
She had a job. Okay,
which was commissioning art, correct?
No, she actually got like an actual job
in Texas that Jordan never went to by Lyo's own admission, because Jordan wanted to Uber everywhere.
Lyo took forever to, or I mean, not Lyo. She took forever to get said job. He had to force her to get a job. But yeah, she did get a job. Secondly, more importantly, I would argue that being homeless is a better alternative than what she claims her life was like where she was living.
She wouldn't have been homeless if this situation wasn't contrived from the start, because it was contrived.
I don't agree with that.
Okay, what do you think that Jordan would be?
Not only do I not agree with that, neither does Jordan.
I don't give a fuck what Jordan agrees with, because when you're in the thick of it, can you see the other side of that coin, or are you locked into your own perceptions and experiences?
No, not that. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying Jordan wouldn't agree with she wouldn't have been homeless because she would have been homeless.
I don't care.
if you don't know the backstory, you're
I
making a
do know
lot
the
of
backstory.
allegations. Yeah, the backstory is her mother was neglectful and abusive and was allowing her to be groped in her sleep.
And
So,
and this is
yeah, like
yeah.
that's a
So
better
the
result.
way the
Anything's
way
a
that
better
it has
result.
always been described is that the night that the boyfriend or whatever was coming back or whatever, where everybody was like, I have a great idea,
Mhm.
record it. When that was going on, it was that the mom was just letting the boyfriend come back to get his shit and then leave. Is that not? Is
Allegedly.
that allegedly? Okay, so
The problem with that story is that story flip flops back and forth. So what she told me is different from what she's told other people. So like
okay,
I
so
don't
if Jordan's an
actually know
unreliable
the
narrator, why should I believe any of their
very
retelling?
unre.
Why should I believe Jordan
You,
on anything then? Why should I not just look at the
you
facts of what's been
shouldn't.
presented?
Yeah,
Okay,
you
and
shouldn't because
that's what I've been doing.
even the facts of the situation are tainted by the unreliable narrator.
Okay,
You
then
don't
why are
actually
you
know
citing
what's
Jordan's
true.
retelling of events to justify and bolster your argument, but to diminish mine?
Because you're the one that's taking Jordan's side in this in order to find a
I'm not
means to
taking
weaponize
anyone's
it
side.
against
You said
Lyle.
yourself that Jordan would disagree with me. Why is Jordan's
By
retelling
Jordan
bolstering your
by
arguments but
by
dismissing mine?
by because by Jordan's own reasoning, the justification for moving was to get away from an abusive household. That's what she told Lio. That was
And
Lio's motivation in the first place. She was also claiming to be suicidal, which was also part of Lio's motivation in the first place.
none of that
These are
justifies
these
moving a teenager in with you that you met on the fucking internet.
why I mean, it's still a better alternative to living in an allegedly abusive household.
Yeah, allegedly. You don't even know if that's true. Jordan could have just been
No,
lying about it. So
I don't. I don't. Like, then that would make Lio a retard, wouldn't it?
I think that we're already
All
there.
right,
I think we crossed that bridge like what, 6 years ago, 7 years ago? I think we're already on the other side.
Oh, absolutely. Yes. He's absolutely retarded. Facts. Facts. So, but the thing is that he put no thought into whether or not she was lying to him, which, by the way, she was on multiple. Dude, did you know that whenever I interviewed her, she couldn't even tell me after living there for 2 years what Lio did for a living? She said it had something to do with driving a truck. Funny enough, the truck that he drove for work has the name of where he works for a living on it. After living there 2 years, she couldn't tell me what he did for a living. And everybody is just taking her word for even half of this. So, yeah, like, including Lio. So, yeah, like, no, like, this whole thing is complete bullshit. The reality of the situation, by the way, is that, actually, real quick, have you been in any Predator Hunter communities ever? For
What
any
do you
extended period of
what do
time?
you like the ones like online and shit? Fuck no, dude.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So, if you've not been in those, you wouldn't understand the dynamic that goes on. The dynamic that goes on is you have a bunch of people LARPing as victims, whether they actually are or not doesn't really matter. They're obsessed with their own victimhood status, and they
Yeah,
go
you're
in
describing
there.
like all of the ACC. Yeah.
I am, yes. And what happens is they go in there and they try to garner as much attention as possible from whoever the figureheads of the server are. So, in other words, like you brought up the honeypot earlier, I don't think it was a honeypot. What I think happened is that she was going around on her own volition, baiting men into being, well, they were already suspect people anyway, and it's their
Why would
fault
you
for
use
following
that to
suit.
your
But
advantage as the adult in the situation then? If you knew that a child was doing this,
I don't think he
even
was using it. He wasn't using it to his advantage. In fact, he complained at her for this happening.
that's
If
really
you actually
interesting
watch,
because I've watched the Ichabod call like more than I would like to admit because
uh-huh.
because everybody and their mom has questions about it. Saying like one, having Jordan be present in that call is ridiculous. At a later date,
Yes,
Lio actually said that it was inappropriate for, victims to even confront their abusers.
correct.
Excuse me, even though he facilitated that. He also knew that
Yep.
Ichabod would join the call if Jordan was there. So that's part of it as well. And that he kept close company with Jordan as young as, 13 years old because that's when the Grizzly incident happened. So the whole thing, like, top to bottom, is just like total fucking brain rot. Like, it doesn't matter if because a lot of people will use like it was dumb, it was stupid, whatever. It was malicious. This is an adult man who knows better than to put somebody in this compromising situation. And as I said to you, we have had so many opportunities to correct this behavior, yet it persists. That is the criticism. It's a pattern of behavior.
Wait, hold on. It persists. Has he had another minor since then in a call confronting an adult?
If that's what you're
That
focusing
wisdom?
on, that specific piece, no. Does he continue as a 40-year-old man to engage in one, these spaces, two, with minors, and three, at the expense of the minor? Yes, absolutely.
I don't. What expensive? What minor?
Any minor that he
Actually,
engages with.
We'll get into that later because I don't even agree with that at all. But what I would point out here is that regardless of whether or not regardless of whether or not he's stupid enough to allow the minor to confront her own alleged groomer, it doesn't really take away from the point that Jordan absolutely enjoyed every moment of being there.
Who gives a fuck? It's a 17-year-old. It's a child. You, as the adult in the situation, are responsible to end that.
I completely
I don't fucking care. When I was 16 years old, I wanted to do smack real bad. It is the responsibility of the adults around me to stop me, not encourage that behavior.
I agree, but the problem that you're having here is you're accusing him of intentionally and willfully using her as a honeypot.
Yes.
When that doesn't fit the facts.
It does. Otherwise, he wouldn't have continued to engage with it.
He literally that whole call opens with him complaining about
why participate.
Like
Participation is complacence with the act.
Because he's a retard.
That doesn't
like,
no.
I don't know.
That doesn't work.
Like unless you have evidence of actual malicious, like he sitting around going, he, this will be great content, guys. I got another guy here.
If the threshold for you is that you need a DM or a recording of Lio saying, yes, I am intentionally doing this because I'm a fucking asshole and an evil person and I hate children and I love people getting raped, then we're never going to meet that threshold. So we can just move on.
But here's the other issue. Your threshold sucks.
And the reason your threshold
sucks is you're looking at the outcome of what occurred.
No, I'm looking at the behavior.
You're looking at the outcome and inferring intent from that.
Wrong.
Which I totally disagree with.
Well, that's you have to infer. You have to infer intent.
You do.
Yes.
You do. But you have to infer, and you can't look at otherwise just happenstance consequences and then infer intent from consequences.
You can infer intent when a rational actor, i.e. the adult in the situation, is complacent in and facilitates these actions repeatedly. Yes, I will infer intent into that. Any reasonable person would.
Yeah, I don't think the intent is, golly gosh, I have a honeypot, guys. Yay. So I don't think that was the intent.
So we're backtracking again, because let's recenter on that point right there. If we are inferring intent, complacency in an action speaks to intent. When the person who is the reasonable actor, which is the adult in that situation, is complacent in helping facilitate the interaction and does not stop it or say no, that denotes intent.
That denotes intent. That doesn't denote maliciousness.
It does, because we know what the outcome of that situation is going to be. Yes.
Now, actually, I think he's just insane and stupid. What's the saying go? Why attribute to malice what is more easily explained with stupidity?
Because he's a 40-year-old man who has a history of being an online predator hunter and thought that this was a brilliant idea, right? Mm-hmm. This is the person who describes themselves as the expert in the room. And this is our expert opinion.
Also, he also saw this person as his kid, right?
Which is freak shit.
Maybe.
Yes, that's fucking freak shit.
It's fucking weird. But the point is he was doing that and had some kind of emotional, like, fatherly defense, and that is a consistent pattern with Lio.
That's like the dumbest shit I've ever heard. If you have a kid and your emotional brain tells you, I have an idea, this guy raped my kid, let's go over to his house with my kid and let my kid ask him about it.
I know, it's stupid. Yeah. It's dumb.
No, but because it's content brain. It's content brain. That's what it is.
I mean, fine, but again, that's not a honeypot.
It is a honeypot if you know that this person will get in the call, if the person that they're abusing is in the fucking call. Yeah. Come and justify to Jordan. Come and talk to Jordan about it. Jordan's here. Jordan wants to hear you out. Come on. It'll be fun.
Yeah. Well, actually, what it was is that Jordan actually wanted to engage in that
conversation. And it is the adult's responsibility to shut that down. The minor says, I want you to fuck me. He basically fucked the minor. Who gives a fuck what the child wants?
So you're saying it is actually impossible for Lio to have basically just been retarded and thought that was a good idea in the moment. No. You think that's impossible?
No, you don't get to claim expertise in an area and then fuck up this badly. No. And again, this is, unless you want to tell me that he has like a TBI, like he got fucking kicked in the head or dropped as a baby or something, then maybe.
He might have. I don't know.
All right, well, why don't you ask him? Why don't you ask the heavyset gentleman in the back?
I know he was molested.
I know, we all know, because he brings it up all the fucking time. I know, that causes a TBI.
Twice ever, but yeah.
I know, okay. 2 times too many, that we should all know less about each other.
But outside of the Ichabod thing, well, I mean, hold on, to be fair, I think the internet would be a better place if people just stopped talking about how they were molested at all, period. That's nobody's business, and that's a skill issue. But secondly, more importantly than that, I would ask, what were the other times involving a minor that he included the minor into the conversation to confront a groomer?
I told you, void of that one, there are other things that I'm looking at, because to my knowledge, the only time that he ever did that was with Jordan, but there are other patterns of behavior that I'm looking at as well, which is what I said earlier.
Hey, but you're talking about a honeypot in the confines of the Jordan thing.
Correct.
So he did a honeypot once.
Okay, once is too many.
Patterns. What you're doing, but like I'm saying, allegedly a honeypot. He did it one time.
What are the other things that I said? Do you remember?
But there are patterns of behavior that fortify this one instance of. I'm confused.
So when I'm looking to categorize somebody as something, I'm looking at different things that factor into. I have a set of criteria, and if they meet that set of criteria, then I will comfortably use that label for somebody. So when I'm thinking of Lyo, the honeypot thing is obviously the Jordan example here. If there are other examples, I'm not aware of them right now. One is enough for me. Following that, we have several instances of Lyo 1 not only allowing minors in the Discord, but inviting minors specifically into the Discord to talk. 2, orbiting minors, keeping close company with minors. And 3, continuing this found family bullshit after it didn't fail once, twice, but thrice, and still kind of doing this online dad shit. There's a long list of criteria where I'm ticking boxes, and when I tick enough boxes and I see it repeated many times, I'm comfortable using a label.
I have a question. How many minors in what server?
The Cat Slayer, or not Cat Slayer, Senate was like 16 plus at one point, and then there's
It was 16 plus before Lyo got control of the Senate.
Doesn't matter.
That actually matters a lot, but go on.
It doesn't matter to me at all. Like, the criticism as well is like keeping company with, like, I have a hard time because it's like, I don't understand in what other circumstance it would ever be acceptable for this. If you're a fucking adult, if you're 40 fucking years old, why are you hanging out with 16-year-olds on the internet? 15, 16-year-olds. Why?
That's a really good question. I don't even disagree with that. But there's a lot of people that do it.
I'm not talking about a lot of people. I'm talking about.
I mean, I would ask, like, why does Hasbro have a fucking Discord? Like,
I don't care. I'm not talking about Hasbro. I'm criticizing Lyo. He has agency to say I don't want to be in this space because it's not appropriate for me to do so.
He actually did. Whenever he got control of the Senate, he made it 18 plus.
You're right. He just goes into minors' DMs and into their Discord servers now because it's the plausible deniability of it's not in my Discord server. It's in somebody else's.
Where?
The one that I literally said on Saturday.
The one where he was posting videos of Transformers? One?
So now we're backtracking to say that it's innocuous if it's something that is acceptable to you. Okay, so you don't care if minors and adults and interact on the internet. You don't care.
No,
so why bring it up?
I've told him straight up that I think that's fucking stupid for a variety of reasons.
Okay, it's not stupid. So let's refocus. Let's refocus really quick, because what you just said to me is that, oh well, it's bad and it shouldn't happen and blah blah blah. It wasn't his server, but it was still bad. It shouldn't happen. And now you're saying, oh, because it wasn't a big deal in this specific instance, which I disagree with. You say, oh, this instance is fine, but every other instance is wrong.
Because you're making it out to be like grooming. Yes. Yeah.
Because I'm looking at a pattern of behavior. Yes.
It's not in this instance. It's okay. It was stupid then. It'd be stupid now. But the problem is that you're making it sound like he was going in there and say, "Hey, kids, would you like to see my cock?" Right?
No, it's more like, do you want to come and live with me in my fucking 27 cat urn so I can fucking scream at you?
There's nothing in any of those messages that even indicate anything remotely close to that.
It doesn't matter. It's a 40-year-old childless fucking failed pedophile hunter on the internet who frequently finds pedophiles in his close ranks, by the way, going in and orbiting children. That's weird. Yes, that's freak shit. Weird. Yes.
I mean, orbiting children, I think, is a little bit of a stretch, especially since his reasons for joining there were pretty well fortified. He joined there.
I don't care what the reasons are.
You don't care what the reasons are.
No, so it is inappropriate for an adult man to hang out with fucking children on the internet. That's fucking weird. Yes, that's weird.
I I don't know if that's necessarily hanging out, but sure, okay.
What do you call like hanging out and chatting on Discord? What do you call that?
I think going into a server to hang out with kids and that being the intention, I would agree with you. But if you're
okay, so if he goes in there to do something and then he hangs out and loiters after, so like I go to the bank to deposit a check, but then I stay in the bank and I socialize with all of the bank tellers for a few hours after, you would say, no, you just went there to deposit a check. You didn't go there to socialize at all. Those two things can't exist together?
I mean, they could, but the problem is you have to define what's weird here.
It's an adult man socializing in a friendly way with children.
Okay, yes. Okay. Then why is it you never levied this complaint to all the other adults that were in that server?
Because I am a drama slop creator. I'm not a fucking pedophile hunter.
Okay, so then you don't actually care.
When have I ever said that I do?
Yeah, like I'm just saying, like, why are you making a big deal out of it?
When did I say that I cared? Did I say what is the verbiage? I said that it was
literally moral fagging.
I said
over this topic. That's
I
what
said
you're doing.
I find it concerning. Yes, I do find it concerning. That is correct. Yes, correct.
So
I do find it concerning.
You kind of have to care to find it concerning.
Yeah, because it's the drama content that I'm interested in. Yes, I'm not an online pedophile hunter. It is not my prerogative to go around and find every single person that's a freak on the internet and make a video on them. That's not what I'm interested in. I do drama coverage.
You call him a pedo an awful lot for somebody.
I have never called Lao Convoy a pedophile.
You literally called him.
I said he was a spiritual. I said he was a spiritual pedophile.
You called him pedo-coded yesterday.
Yes, he is pedophile-coded. Yes, correct. He is pedo-coded.
That is literally the same thing. I'm sorry, I'm not going to make a distinction between that.
That's fine. You don't have to. It's a free country.
Yeah, nobody would make that distinction. Also, fine. Same thing with calling him a predator. You're implying that he's intentionally going out of his way to groom children.
I think it is intentional. Yes.
Yeah, you think it's intentional based on very loose information. Yes.
On the information that has been provided, yes, I'm comfortable making that statement.
That's an insane leap. I need a lot more than that.
I know that you do. And that's fine.
Like an example of something that would be a lot more than that is, again, the bad thing is his emotional need. Is that it? Like, to be a father, was that the agreed upon bad goal of communicating with minors and grooming and all that?
Yes, that's what I said, right?
Okay, right. I'm making sure, just so I'm not misquoting you. So my question here is, why is that bad?
Why is it bad for somebody that has a child that dies in an accident? Why is it bad for them to kidnap a baby and raise the baby as their own if the baby never knows that it's not their parents?
That's not what's happening here. That's not what's happening here. You're making this.
I know. I'm asking you a question. What's wrong with that?
Extreme.
What's wrong with that?
With kidnapping?
What's wrong with somebody just like finding a kid on the street and being like, well, this can be mine now, I guess, since my kid died? What's wrong with that?
That's kidnapping. That's what's wrong with it.
Okay, so abstract thinking is out of the question. Okay, so the issue with it specifically is that you are using somebody who has diminished capacity in order to satiate some kind of emotional need that you have at the expense of that individual. Because if we have somebody else's best interest at heart, we do what's best for them, not what's best for us.
Is there any circumstance where that same thing could happen and it not be at the expense of the kid?
Yes, but it's not going to be with a freak pedophile hunter that failed online in a different state that you've never met in real life, that is way too emotionally invested in the circumstances around the events to be able to provide that environment for them. No.
So what I'm trying to figure out is, how is this so horrible as to imply that he's a kidnapper, as you just did?
That's not an implication. That's not what an that wasn't an implication.
Yeah, it's an implication.
It's a hypothetical question. Sure.
It was a comparison.
No, it was not.
Yeah, it is. But the point I'm trying to make here is, like, you're putting all of these big words like predator. What we're thinking of is somebody that's creeping up on kids to fuck them in the ass. Groomer.
If that's what you think of.
Trying to use a strategy. Well, I mean, there's other examples of predatory behavior, like
like scammers that call like scammers.
Yeah,
yep,
whatever.
Those are predators. Sure, I would use that word to describe scammers.
But I'm going to tell you a secret. If I say that this scammer is a predator, exactly 0% of people are going to think he caused a 90-year-old woman to lose $100.
Yeah, that is
Nobody's
predatory
going
because
to
you're
think
targeting
that.
a vulnerable person. Yes.
I understand it's factually predatory, but what I'm saying is,
Yeah, so
is
you're
that
deferring to
you
colloquial
just-
definitions. I don't care about that. That
well,
doesn't concern me.
yeah, no. See, the problem that I have here is that you're using these words purposefully to allow your audience to fill in the blanks, and using their colloquialisms.
No, because
to say
I
the
have
things
said
that
directly.
you don't have the balls to say.
No,
That's my point.
I have said
You're
directly.
a weaseling.
No, I've said many times. I think that Lyle Convoy is a predator, is a groomer, is an active danger to intellectually disabled people, and an active danger to children. I have said that clearly. I've said clearly many times, to my knowledge, nothing sexual has occurred. But these are the standard use of these words. Not saying anything sexual is happening. He's not fucking them, to my knowledge. Hopefully not. We can pray. But that these words are still applicable, and I quantify that when I say it.
The worst thing you can point to, anything he's done, I guess, is causing Jordan to have to find a new place to live in a state that she wasn't a native to. Cool, I guess. But the other ones, what? One, he told he couldn't smoke in the house, and they threw a fit about it. By the way, Jordan's biggest complaint about Lyo, I forgot to mention this, was that he neglected her, which is pretty funny. Also, on top of that, Peaches? But Lyo did nothing bad to Peaches from what I've seen. In fact, he gave her $8,000. Jordan, he allowed to live rent-free in his house for 2 years straight.
I don't do this like morality scale where you do so many good things that it outweighs the bad things. I don't do that because I think that's stupid. I can judge individual actions and say this was good, this was bad, and this was helpful.
No, this isn't a morality scale. What it is pointing out is that if his intention was to do bad thing at the expense of the other people, that was a very costly endeavor.
Do you think that you can have good intentions to do something and still hurt someone?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. Do you think that in an instance, so this, I'm not saying this is one-to-one. Okay. For an example, your grandma is dying right now, Gilded. She's dying. She's on a ventilator. Okay. Not looking good. Okay. But grandma has said previously, it's never been written down. She doesn't have like a DNR or anything. She said, I don't want to be kept alive by machines and tombs, Gilded. Please don't let me stay alive on a machine. And you say, okay, grandma. In the moment, you're emotional and you're upset and you are not ready to let grandma go into the forever box. So you, against her wishes, keep her on the ventilator for an extended period of time to satiate your needs. Do you think that that's a good or a bad outcome?
I think it's a bad outcome.
Okay, so that's my point, is that even if we go into things with good intentions, there can still be bad outcomes. And so even if the intention here is to help somebody, you see somebody who's homeless and you want to help, you give them $10, maybe they go and buy smack and overdose. I just fucking killed this dude, essentially, right? Even though my intention was good, I'm evaluating not only the intentionality behind an action, like this is what I am choosing to do, even if you anticipate that this will have a good outcome or you anticipate it will have a bad outcome, it is an intentional, conscious choice that you are making, and then looking at the outcome after the fact. That's what I'm evaluating.
Yes, but the problem is, you said malicious. You can't be malicious and have positive intent at the same time.
You are correct, and it depends on the action, which is why I gave you a laundry list of different actions. I would say that with the Jordan and the Ichabod shit, or in the making content and the predator hunting, I would say that was malicious. I think that probably, like, with purest of intentions, he probably did want to help Jordan, but that's part of the thing that I'm looking at with the intent, with like the intention, conscious thought, and then the pattern of behavior where we've made this mistake several times, and we're not helping anymore, we're hurting. And we've had plenty of opportunities to correct and course correct and assess, I'm making this worse, and then we continue to do it anyway at the expense of others to make him feel good, to make him feel like Papa Bear, to make him feel like a protective, bear keeping his cubs safe and shit like that. That is what I'm looking at.
Yeah, but that isn't necessarily malicious, though. Like, I don't
it is
think
when you're aware that the outcome is bad.
I do not think Lyo is consciously thinking, I'm doing this to jerk myself off.
It doesn't have to be conscious for him to know that the outcome of it is bad.
It has to.
No.
Yeah, well, no, but the other problem is that we could just say he's insane.
Yeah, I think that's
the other downside.
I think that's a cop-out.
It's not a cop-out because there's no evidence to go one way or the other.
There's no evidence that he's insane. If void of, pleading insanity.
If you're repeating the same thing over and over again,
that's not literal insanity. That's not like a literal mental illness.
No, that would be evidence of him being insane, and I never said anything about a literal mental illness.
No, that's just him being insane. That's just him like choosing to make the wrong choice over and over again, which I would denote as somebody being a bad person.
Retarded.
No, because I think that he's a bad person. That's why.
But the problem is you keep saying he was so he's a bad person because he's malicious.
I think that he's a bad person because it is a malicious action to be made aware of the negative consequences of your behavior, and you continue to make the same choices anyway.
I don't think that since the found family thing blew up in his face with Peaches and all of that, that he's attempted to do the found family thing since then. So I'm not entirely sure what you're referring to by him repeating that behavior because he hasn't done that since. That I'm aware of, unless you have evidence of it.
Can you say that one more time? I'm sorry.
I said for example, the found family thing, after that blew up, he hasn't attempted to do that since then. So that isn't evidence of him doing something different from what he did before. So
if the behavior is the same, but he's not calling it the same thing, I would consider it to be
how is the behavior
a distinction without difference. Because we're still like acting as like an authority parental figure, even if we're not labeling it found family. It's the same reason that I consider the accountability calls exactly the same fucking thing, even though that we don't call them accountability calls anymore. It's the same fucking behavior.
Hold on. Problem is, the accountability calls were always, let's be honest here, just bullying.
Exactly. And so, like, okay. I agree with you there, but so the argument has been, like, I don't do accountability calls anymore, end quote. But we're doing the same shit. We're just calling it something different, and we're doing it in other people's servers, but it's the same fucking thing. So it's like, yes, we have changed our language around some of these things. It's superfluous changes.
This is the problem between old people that criticize Lio and the new people that criticize Lio, because I can promise you none of the old people criticizing Lio, with exception of the alleged victims, such as like Rosa or something, none of these people were like, guys, no more bully calls bad. We only ever complained that he was calling it accountability calls. That, like, it's like, if you want to bully people, that's fine, just don't call it accountability calls. That was the problem.
That's fine. That's not my issue with him. That's fine.
But your issue is derived from just insane bullshit that I don't think even you disagree with. Are you against bullying now?
No, I love bullying, but I love bullying people that deserve it and people that can take it. Not people that have literal half of a functioning brainstem, like fucking clinically significant intellectual disabilities, and people that can't fucking defend themselves in 1v100 calls, because that's pussy shit. That's bitch shit. There's no fucking honor in that. It's a coward's way to conduct these things.
Yeah. So what's really funny is you said you don't care about all this shit and you're just a drama guy, but you really care. Like, you're espousing a very deeply seated moral view there.
Do you not think that those things can't coexist together?
They could, but anytime we get to morals, you constantly resort to, I'm a drama guy, I don't care about morals.
No, so you're conflating two different things. You're equivocating right now, and I can distinguish these two things for you very clearly. Okay. One, the content that I cover on my stream, the targets of the content that I'm covering are people that I find particularly interesting. Obviously, within what I'm covering, there are going to be things that I have strong feelings, opinions, and convictions about that I will espouse when appropriate when it comes up in the content. I am not seeking out people who are dangerous to minors, pedophiles, predators. Oh my, I'm not seeking those people out. I'm seeking out topically relevant dramas and criticizing the behavior within topically relevant dramas. That's what I'm doing. So yes, I do have a strong opinion on why all of these calls are bad. Yes, I do think that that's something that I make clear, but I'm not going out and looking for who are the meanest people on Twitter that have 6 followers that I can make a fucking YouTube video about. No, that's not what I'm doing. Obviously, I'm doing it for entertainment and for content.
I don't know. It's just earlier you said, when did I say I care? So, I mean, I'm just saying.
About the pedophile hunter shit. Yes, I don't give a fuck about Glassraven. I don't give a fuck about all these fucking random nobodies. I don't fucking care. Okay? If they want to, like, do something really stupid and dance like a little circus monkey, I would love to cover it. I certainly couldn't wait. I'd wait with bated breath. But I'm not in the business of going around and making hit pieces and exposés on some random fucking shitter that has 6 followers on Twitter. I don't fucking care.
I mean, to be fair, you said topical as well, by the way. And what's interesting about the topical thing is that what the fuck is topical about Lio? That drama was like years old whenever you started talking about it.
What's topical about it is that it is reinvigorated by the discovery of new content. The same way that they make, news episodes about court cases that are from for fucking ever ago, but new information comes to light or people are exposed to new facts or ideas about the case in the same vein, right?
So basically, so my question is, and I don't remember, I think I asked this already. I don't remember if you've answered the question or not. So are there any behaviors that Lyo exhibited in the past that you think he has stopped doing?
Any behaviors in the past that he stopped doing? No, I think he's just smarter about how he does them. I think that he is more covert with a lot of the behaviors.
So he's still doing it, it's just nobody sees it.
Correct.
But all the criticisms that were happening were all public. So I don't know. I think that's weird. Can you give me an example? I'm sorry. I'm not following here.
Yeah. So I
Maybe
think
I'm
that
being dumb.
I think that like usually, so there's like two scenarios. The first scenario is that everything is brought to Lyo's attention, and he says, "No, you know what? Actually, that was like super fucked up. Probably shouldn't have done that." And then we're not doing it anymore. The alternative course is that it's brought to his attention. He says, you know, okay, like whatever. Sorry, guys. It doesn't really click for him what was the issue, or doesn't care, and then continues to do that behavior, but just out of view. So still engaging in the same behaviors, but not as openly and as brazenly as before, because then it's going to be the repeat criticism, right? So the example that I use...
Okay.
No, sorry, go ahead.
No, I was understanding what you were saying. I just needed an example. Sorry,
oh, so the example would be like the accountability calls. He says he doesn't do them anymore. He doesn't pick on intellectually disabled people. He's learned his lesson. He doesn't believe in this anymore, but he's still doing them right now. And then with the Rosa call, he said, you know, I learned my lesson. That was super fucked up. I'm never going to defend it. And then in June, he was saying that he did the Rosa call because Peaches said that she would fucking kill herself if he told her to stop.
I mean, so?
So he's doing the same behavior. What do you mean, so?
Well, no, I mean, like, I don't see that as defending it at all. So
it is defending it. He's making an excuse. Because he said before, it was my choice, it was my decision, it was in my server, my bad, I'll defenestrate myself publicly, my bad. And now, in private Discord servers where he thinks that people aren't paying very close attention to what he's saying and what he's doing, he's saying the opposite.
I don't see anything wrong with bringing that up. I don't think that's a defense whatsoever. I don't see it that way. I would see a defense of him doing it would be him giving reasons why he did it and why he's okay with it.
Yes.
No, why he's okay with it. Which
well, he's saying that it wasn't his fault.
He never said it wasn't his fault.
He did. He said that it was it was Peach's fault because he said I couldn't step in and stop it because Peaches would threaten to kill herself.
I would have to hear that because I don't remember him ever. I don't remember him ever saying that it was Peaches' fault he did it.
I'll get it for you right now.
That's a wild statement.
Let me grab it because I sent it to Morale. I have to find it really quick. Sorry, Morale sends me a lot of Bob's Burgers clips. Okay, so I'm forwarding this to you, and it's like the last 7 seconds of the voice clip.
That's interesting. It's just a clip. All right.
Yeah, this is a voice message that he sent in Felgy's Discord server in June.
Okay.
He just did not get her way.
Sorry, I lied to you. Go to like 20 seconds to the end of the video. Or the end of the clip. My bad.
Hold on.
But it also would have been very hard to stop the... There isn't one. But it also would have been very hard to stop the call, because if I did, Peaches would have had an absolute crash out in my DMs.
Literally expressing regret, like, for this call in this clip, but okay.
Yeah, and then he says, I couldn't stop it anyway.
I'm not saying this, and then he just said, I'm not saying this because I'm making an excuse. There isn't one.
Are you listening to the end of it where he says the reason that I couldn't stop it is because of Peaches?
Hold on, I'm getting to that. Yeah, he literally just said, like, it's not an excuse in any way, but this was another reason that compelled him.
If I ran you over with my car and you were like, Malcolm, what the fuck? That was super fucked up. And I was like, yeah, you know, you're right. I'm really sorry. I had a really bad day at work. What does that say? That says, I don't fucking care. That's what that says. That is an excuse.
I mean, hold on. Let me make something very clear. Okay, two things. Number one, nobody should be bitching about the Rosa call. I don't give a fuck about that goddamn Rosa call.
I know you don't. I got
it. Rosa is fucking insane. Okay, number one, like clinically.
Yeah, she's severely fucking mentally ill. That's the entire fucking point. Yes. Yes, correct.
And so she should get a better caretaker. Skill issue. Don't give a fuck. Now, if you wanted to ask me if that was something I would do, no. I agree with you that at a certain point, on the certain point on the retard scale, Well, you should care, okay? Everybody cares what I would do, okay? There's
It's
a
like getting
certain
morality
point on the
lessons from
retard.
Hitler. I'm
It's not
good.
right. I mean, he was a very moral guy.
Oh,
But
true.
ultimately, on the moral scale, there is a point of retard that's too retarded to bully that there's no honor in. Which, yes, I would agree, because I'm saying all of that to agree with you that yes, and even in my viewpoint, Rosa would fall into that category of somebody that's too mentally fucked to bully on the internet like that. However, on the other side of the coin, everybody's spending entire fucking years going on and 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 on about it isn't necessarily going to put anybody in a position where they're not inevitably going to be like, you know what? Actually, fuck you. I'm glad I did it. So if anything,
no, not at all,
like,
because I don't.
eventually,
No,
absolutely,
No, not at all.
absolutely, yeah,
Not at
that's
all.
exactly what I would do.
I don't care. I don't care what you would do. I don't fucking care what you would do.
That's what the average motherfucking
Wrong.
person would
Wrong.
do.
If you are
No,
actually
correct.
sorry for something, that is wrong. If you actually give a
No,
fuck
it
and
is
you are
correct.
repentant
If you're
for what you've done,
actually-
no.
How long does somebody have to be repentant over a singular topic before they just say fuck it? I don't
Literally,
care anymore?
if you do something,
How long?
If you do something wrong, forever. Yes, forever, for the rest of your life.
That is
Yes.
actually fucking retarded. That is an insane expectation of people.
How was that an insane expectation?
You need to touch grass at this point.
I do regularly.
If you specifically, like, I don't know, shot somebody on accident, they didn't even die. You just accidentally shot someone, right? And I spent every single day for the rest of your life saying, by the way, you shot somebody. By the way, this guy shot somebody. And I keep doing that.
You would
over
take
and over
accountability. Yes, for the rest of your life. Correct.
For entire fucking years,
Yes.
you would, like everyone else, would eventually be like,
No.
you know what? Fuck it. You goddamn right I did.
If I was
That
actually
is
sorry for
normal
shooting somebody,
human
no.
behavior.
If I was actually
Yes.
sorry about it, no.
Yes, you would.
No.
Yes, absolutely.
I would not.
And if you think that, you have an insane backwards understanding of human behavior.
It has
Completely.
nothing to do with behavior. It has to do with honor, and it has to do with your ability to take accountability for something and admit when you're wrong. Because there are things in my life that I fucked up on and that I did that were pretty shitty, and they
But
still
you don't
get brought
have
up.
people on your ass all
I
the
do.
time,
Actually,
every day.
I
No, you
do.
don't.
Actually, I do.
What?
None
Go
of your
on.
business. It's
Spit it out.
personal stuff
Exactly.
that has happened in
Yeah,
real life,
see?
off the fucking internet.
Okay.
Yes,
Uh-huh.
everybody's made
Yeah.
mistakes before, and part of being an adult is understanding that the way that people talk to you because of the mistakes that you've made does not somehow give you the green light to flip the switch and go 180 and actually fuck it. I did
Goddamn
actually
right
mean
it
to do
does.
all of that, and if that's how you want to live
Yeah.
your life, that's completely fine. But like I said, that's
called-
like
that is
gutless,
basic
honorless
normal
bitch
human,
shit.
That
No.
is normal human behavior. I'm sorry.
No,
You
it's
should
not.
probably look into this sometime. It absolutely is.
It is not.
I mean, dude, that's the foundation, by the way, of how Hitler got into power. So if you don't even understand this, you're not going to understand basic sociological fucking discussions.
It's not even.
fucking
It's not even
politics.
sociology. It's
Like, come
behavioral
on.
psychology. You're not even in the
I
right
know
domain.
it. No, it is. It is.
You're not even
It
in the
is.
right domain.
But psychology has a place in that. Yes.
Yes,
So-
it's behavioral psychology is what you're talking
Yes,
about.
which
You're
has a
shooting in the
place
wrong
when
direction.
discussing whenever you're discussing sociology, behavioral psychology has a play in that. Absolutely.
Do you really not know what the difference between behavioral psychology and sociology is?
Yes, behavioral psychology is the discussion of the psychology of an individual and their behavior.
No,
Whereas
it's patterns of behavior. It's behaviorism. It's
Well,
patterns of
okay.
behavior that are ubiquitous.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then with sociology, it's basically a study of essentially stuff like that expanded out to basically everybody. So, like for example, whenever you're talking about, yes, it is.
No, it's not.
I will literally Google it.
Google it. Nice.
Autism.
While you're Googling that,
Behavioral psychology significantly influences sociology, especially through social psychology.
yes,
The
that's
first
what I
thing
said.
that popped up.
That's literally
That
what I
is
said.
not.
Yes,
that is
they're
what I said.
they're no, it's not. You said the behavioral psychology.
I literally just said it influences sociology. That's what I said.
I should ask Grok about it, I think. I'll Grok it.
What's Grok?
The Twitter AI. I'm gonna Grok it.
Oh, that I never. Okay,
I'm gonna Grok it.
do that.
So while I'm grokking my grok, you said something specifically about internet adjacent. I'm curious what that was about.
Well, we'll get to that in a minute. Because
okay.
I have a it's on the list.
Oh, there's a list. Okay, what's the next thing on the list?
Yes. Although I will ask, what did I say about internet adjacent? I don't even remember.
You said something about spreading misinformation about pedophile internet adjacent or something like that.
Okay. But no, the point that I wanted to make, or the question I had was, do you think that it would be appropriate for me to say, how do I put this? So to me, actually I'll put it another way. From my vantage point, when I watch your coverage of Lio, right, and you say, you know, he's a groomer, a predator, pedo adjacent, right? What do you think the average person watching takes away from that?
That he is adjacent to those things. Like it's like diet. It's like lowercase p, right? Where it's like we're probably doing some freak shit. We are doing some freak shit, but there isn't any like evidence or direct under like any direct like, oh, this person did this freak shit to a minor.
Okay, so then why is it that your entire community, I might add, from everything I've seen when they talk about Lio being a groomer, they bring up things like him trying to fuck kids? Why is this a common theme I see in your community?
Because people can have different opinions or different interpretations or different positions.
And you don't think you're influencing those opinions by taking advantage of their colloquialisms.
No, I think that people are going to come to those conclusions with or without my input, just based on the evidence that's provided.
So you don't think that you have any responsibility whatsoever for any of that? Just arbitrarily accusing him of wild shit, with such very, very suspect. Most of it, by the way, from what I've heard so far, most of it is your speculation. I don't know if you would even agree that you're speculating whatsoever.
I can caveat infinitely, which is something that I have done and continue to do over and over and over and over again. I cannot jump into the minds of every. You
don't ever bother correcting them. You don't moderate any of it. You just look
if
at
people
it and go,
if people want to make jokes or do like the weird like speculative like this is my crackpot conspiracy theory, I don't mind if that's what people are doing. Which the screenshots that you posted are literally that. Like, let me go to this.
Well, one of them was allegedly a joke. However, that same guy in other communities has said the same things, not as a joke, but as a serious allegation.
Hang on, let me find this really quick. So this one is Dreamer saying in regard to Lyle Convoy, then what is grooming, and then screenshots from the server getting involved with the kitties' toys. Where here is anybody being like, oh, Giga, rapist? Where is that in here? Unless you have other screenshots.
Give me 1 second. Because I posted them in the tweet.
Because those are the ones that I see, unless there's more of them.
I mean, these are mostly what I've seen in like comment sections. People that are notable fans of yours that just straight up call him a fucking pedophile.
Oh, it's this one right here. I see what you're talking about. I see it. Oh, for the sake of bullying, let's pretend that she's 6. Parentheses joke. Okay, so I don't care. That's a joke. Since when do you have to join? Yeah. I mean, are you really gonna like crawl up my ass and try to puppeteer me over a joke? Really? Of all people?
No. It's just that same guy isn't joking. Actually, he just wrote.
Okay.
Like, he's 100% serious. He's been in other.
You can derive intent from others, but I can't.
Well, yeah, you suck at it. But the point is that he goes in other communities like OpBlock and will just straight up call Lio a fucking sex offender.
What do you want me to do about that? What do you want me to do about that?
I don't know. If anything, like, I don't know.
Okay, like what? Give me an example.
Not like use words that aren't specifically.
Oh, that's crazy because I do clarify every time that I use those words what I mean.
You clarify. Well, I don't think you didn't clarify when you said pedo-coded.
I did. I
There was
said
no
he was spiritually a
clarification.
pedophile. That's a different. Yes, that is in the
You,
word
you
itself.
said, I don't remember you saying
Spiritually pedophile is the word that I use. I say that he is spiritually
you
a
said
pedophile.
pedo coded. But you said I know you said pedo.
Yeah, a guy that literally spends every waking moment thinking about rape, molestation, pedophilia, and like child groomers on the internet. Yeah, that guy's spiritually a pedophile. That takes up that much bandwidth in your head. Yeah, you're.
I mean,
spiritually
wait a minute.
pedophile.
Wait. But what about the people that were the raped?
What about the
They
rape?
do
What
that
about
all
him?
the time.
I
What
don't
about
care.
what all the
Pick
are
one of them
they
that I'm
pedophiles?
covering, and I'll say the same shit. Like, I don't know what you want me to do. You want me to make 27 fucking streams about every person that says something stupid on the internet?
What I'm saying is the things you're saying can apply to just about anybody online that I can
Cool.
point
I
to.
don't care. I'm not covering just anybody online. I'm covering Lio. What is hard to connect about that?
What's hard to catch about that is you're pinning it all on him.
No, I'm not. I'm criticizing him.
Yes, you're criticizing
I'm
him.
covering
for
him. I'm
things
criticizing him. Yes.
That would be otherwise innocuous for literally anyone else.
I would consider
Yes.
this behavior exactly the same, deranged and freakish for a 40-year-old fucking random bitch on the internet, fucking hanging out with 16-year-olds in Discords and shit like that. I would consider that to be fucking weird.
Yeah, it's not what you were talking about, but there's a bunch of people that do that.
Oh
all the
yeah,
time
no. I
that
would
aren't
consider people
Lio.
that spend time like online pedophile hunting and shit like that. Yeah, those people are spiritually pedophiles. Yes, 100%.
Yeah, I mean that's fine, but my question is like those. I would agree with you that in of itself is suspect. I don't even know how many pedo hunters have turned into pedophiles. I mean, we can make a list. It'd be pretty long, right? If not pedophiles, something adjacent to it. But my point is that like earlier you just said he spends all waking day thinking about pedophiles and sexual crimes and all that shit.
Yeah.
But like there are tons of people that do that all the time.
I don't
that aren't
care.
Pedo hunters and all that shit.
I don't care. I'm not covering them.
It's a completely innocuous thing. Like that you're adding to him.
I literally cannot, like, I can explain it, but I can't make you understand it. I do drama coverage. I am covering Lio. I am going to criticize and cover Lio's behavior in the context of me covering him for my drama commentary YouTube slot. If you want to send me an itemized list of every single fucking person that you think that I should make a YouTube video about, let me know, and I'll work my way through it.
I'm getting across. What I'm getting across is that the allegation that he thinks about, or not the allegation, but the claim that he thinks all day long about nothing but pedophiles and shit or whatever, which I don't think is entirely true because I don't really buy that. But if that were the case, I mean, yeah, so what? Why is that in of itself bad? Especially since
I didn't say that it was bad. I said that. Oh my fucking god, dude. Because if you spend all of your time thinking about pedophilia, rape, online predator hunters, gooners, degenerates, freaks, predators, oh bye. Yeah, dude, if that is taking up that much of your emotional bandwidth, you might as well join them, dude. Like, holy fuck. Like, do you not have anything else to think about? Not anything else to do? Like, every single situation for him is like, oh my god, there might be a pedophile here. Oh my, the pedophiles are literally haunting him like gay thoughts haunt Tom Cruise. Like, that's what's happening. Yes, I would say the same way Tom Cruise is spiritually, like, an F-slur. Yes. I would make the same criticism for others. Like, if something takes up that emotional and mental bandwidth in your brain, like 24/7, 365, like literally cannot have a waking moment without thinking about child predation on the internet, yeah, I would say you're spiritually a pedophile, yes.
Okay. So basically, everybody that was raped is a pedophile, is what you're saying.
Do you think that everybody
expand that out?
Do you think that everybody who has been raped spends every waking moment thinking about how every single person is a rapist, like literally every waking minute of the day? They make content about it. They make YouTube videos about it. They spend all their time tweeting about it, blogging about it.
Absolutely, yes. There's a lot of those. Yes.
Sure, if there are people like that, I'd say the same thing. Sure.
Yeah, like, and most of those are people that were molested.
Okay, I don't care. That doesn't mean anything to me. People that have been raped or molested can sometimes continue that cycle of abuse and rape and molest others. That doesn't make it okay because they were also abused.
Absolutely.
That doesn't make it okay. It doesn't, yeah.
Exactly. Yes, I agree with you. But on that part, which is actually weird because I remember actually when I was in the side scribble thing, you asked me if I take that into consideration. So
well, because I was fucking moderating. You got hello?
I don't know. Like at the time, I was kind of confused on where you were going with that. So I'm assuming you weren't going the opposite of this with it. But whatever. It's weird contrast. But either way, my question here is like yeah, I don't know. I think that statement in a vacuum doesn't really hold any water because it's easily explained. Like with
so that's not a question. That's just a statement.
The touched always think about being touched. Like I don't know, like that's just a common thing. Like I've seen, especially in these weird spaces like ACC where
Yeah, I don't think that the
like
ACC is a representative sample of anything other than terminally online brain rot and, you know, an early sign of, you
I
know,
agree.
CTE. So I don't
Yeah,
really put
100%.
any strong
Yeah.
value into what other people in the ACC are doing. I don't care.
I don't think you should. I'm just pointing out that I think that allegation in a vacuum is an irrelevant like criticism of Lio. I think it's completely lame.
Okay,
Um,
that's fine.
but the other shit like the problem that I have here is like for me, like when you say like maliciousness, like you said earlier, like he was malicious, but then you also acknowledge he has good intent, and so like you're not squaring this circle, and that's the part that's confusing my pea brain, right? I don't understand how I can both be malicious and have positive intent at the same time.
I think we spent, what, like 10, 15 minutes talking about that? So, I mean, I feel like I made myself
Something
pretty
like
clear.
that.
So,
Not really, no.
that's
Like
fine.
it's really confusing actually.
Okay.
So like for example, actually another thing is whenever you see a how do I put it? Whenever you were talking to Ace, because I went back and watched your Ace debate not that long ago, in preparation for this, and one of the examples that you brought up was if a guy punches a dude in the face,
Mm-hmm.
and then his intent was just to punch the guy in the face,
Mm-hmm.
right? And then the guy he punched in the face dies,
Mm-hmm.
a person is still dead.
Mm-hmm.
And you were using this as an example to point out that intention is irrelevant to or not irrelevant, but the intention is overshadowed by the result, by the consequence.
Yep, it can be.
Uh,
Sure.
yeah. So so my question is, and this is a really important question. If you were standing outside looking at that situation and you weren't inside the guy's mind, right? Would you derive from what you witnessed that he intended to kill the guy?
It would depend on a lot of different things, but
Mhm.
I could. Either way, I would need more, tell me more about it.
I guess the better question, I'll just cut to the chase. So do you see the distinction between, say, killing somebody on accident and murder?
Yeah, they're two totally different words as well. Yeah, it's kind of baked
Hmm.
into the definition, so I agree.
So what is the difference between the two?
The difference is, like, usually intentionality, mens rea.
Hmm. Yeah, and so that's kind of where we're disagreeing here. Is that, like, to me, I'm looking at all the evidence that I've seen, and I'm not seeing any intentionality to purposefully honeypot, especially since the honeypot thing, in air quotes, only happened once.
Do you think that two people could
So,
look at the exact same facts and come away with different interpretations, motivations, intent, mens rea?
yes,
Okay,
yeah,
so yeah,
absolutely, yes. And
yes.
but a important question, the reason that I'm getting to that, and that is like, why? What is your motivation to look at the facts and come to that conclusion?
My motivation? What do you mean?
Yeah, like, what leads you to those conclusions? Is there some like internal moral thing? Is there a past experience? Like, is there somewhere on this doll that Lio touched you?
Are you
I don't
asking
know.
if
Like,
I
is
was raped?
there
Yes or no? Is that what you're asking?
not really. No, I didn't even
Oh,
actually
okay.
think about that.
Okay.
But no, like I just I was weird. But no, I'm just saying like is there like an underlying like
Um,
perhaps bias?
the underlying bias is that I hate fat people and I hate people that pick on other people that can't defend themselves. I think that those people are scumfuck wastes of human beings. That's my underlying motivation. And obviously, there have been times that I've covered Lio in a positive way, for example, like the jar call. And there have been times where I've been very critical of Lio, a lot of the call coverage, because a lot of those calls are completely fucking indefensible, in my opinion. I mean, if you, obviously, as a human being, every single one of us is going to have some degree of bias. It would be stupid to pretend otherwise. But do I have in my heart that I'm going to look at this with a certain angle and a certain, like, understanding to come to, like, a pre-agreed upon idea that Lio is X, Y, and Z because it fits a specific narrative? No.
I mean, that like it sounds to me like you do have a predisposed view of him, and you're unwilling to move from it based on the things that
Well, I'll tell
you
you what.
find
Let's shortcut
morally
this.
egregious.
Let's shortcut it. Let's cut to the chase at the end of this line of questioning because I'm falling asleep. So, for me, I will answer this question, and then I want you to answer this question. The question is, what would I need to be presented with in order to change my opinion? What I would need to be presented with is, one, some kind of accountability. His explaining things video, total fucking dog shit. Hate it, stupid, waste of time. Who gives a fuck? Make a better one. Then I would want to see a change in behavior. I would not want to see every other week that we're having the same fucking dumb call with some cackling evil bitch and 27 other people fucking screaming at somebody who sounds like they don't even speak English. And I would also like to see some kind of change in the way that we conduct ourselves online in regard to engaging in spaces that are including people that are under the age of 18. If every single one of those changes was made and demonstrated to me, I would change my opinion entirely. But none of those things have been changed. They continue to happen. What would make
please
you
clarify the last one real quick?
The last one is the reason that we're having this conversation.
Yes, he did change the way he engages with minors online, right?
Yes, which means he doesn't talk to them at all.
Okay, thank you.
Yes.
I needed that clarification.
Yes. So, what would you need to see in order to come to my side of the aisle? What evidence would you need to be presented to change your opinion?
Great question. So, right out the gate, unfortunately, we just disagree on most of your criticisms.
I don't care. I'm shortcutting. What do you need to hear or see?
No, I know. I'm saying that because the thing is, like, to come to your side of the aisle, I'd have to see him like have a total fucking crash out, where he's violating far more important things than half the shit you listed. Like, for example, trying to adopt a kid on the internet. I'd love to see that. I'd be the first person to be like to be the one to want to see that. I would want to see like actual evidence of grooming, not just him talking to minors online, not just like one of the minors he talked to happening to move into his house, right? That in all circumstances did not result in any abuse that anybody can really tell. There's no evidence of any abuse of any kind. Just him spending endless amounts of money on these these encounters. Like I don't know. I would need to see something pretty serious to justify allegations like grooming and predator. Like actually serious. Like for example, him inviting them to his house just so he can like beat the shit out of them or get them to do like really horrible things, like evidence of him like actually coaching minors like Jordan into being a honeypot, participating in a honeypot. I would love to see evidence of that. Shit like that, like would completely break it for me. Absolutely.
Okay. Well, in my opinion, those thresholds are met, and obviously we're going to disagree on that.
Not.
So.
Like, there is no evidence of him coaching Jordan into doing any of that. There's only evidence of him bitching at Jordan for constantly interacting with people that magically groom her.
Okay, so like I said, I think that I would consider that those thresholds have been met, so we're not going to agree on that, which is fine, such as, the way it is. So what was the next thing that you wanted to talk about on your list?
Yeah, so there is so this kind of ties a little bit into all of it. So, I think there's a lot of inconsistencies in your coverage of a lot of this shit. And one of the inconsistencies that I've seen actually all the way up to recently was the hashtag, what I'm going to call hashtag Bangate. Oh, like your reasoning for me getting banned from your server has changed like 4 different times.
It's because you made rape jokes about Cyan. It's because you're racist. Would you deny that you're a racist person? Well, obviously you're going to say, yeah, I'm not racist. But, I mean, obviously that factors into my decision. Obviously, when I see the shit that you post, like, I'm not stupid, right? I can read.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so a couple things. Number one, your original statement was because rape threats, which I never made.
You said, I'm going to rape you, get you pregnant, and then rape your kid.
That wasn't a rape threat.
Oh,
sorry,
I'm going to
yeah.
rape you and get you pregnant and then rape your kid.
I mean, if you take that seriously, that's on you. But
It's
that
not
was
about
so
the. It's not
obviously
about
a
the
joke.
seriousness of. It's not about the
Okay.
legitimacy of the thing.
A threat is serious, dude. That like a
It
threat
doesn't.
means
It
a
does,
very.
if I say I'm gonna come and blow your house up, do you think I'm really gonna come and blow your house up? No. Do you want to fucking be around somebody that's constantly like, I'm gonna come and blow your shit up? No, that's insane. That's insane. I don't want shit like that in my Discord server.
No, if you were making a legitimate, well, first off, it didn't happen in your Discord server.
I know it didn't happen in my Discord server. I know. So I also didn't say racist shit in my Discord server. I still fucking banned her. Yes.
Yeah, whatever. I'm just making that clarification because you said in my Discord server. Number two, more importantly than that, yeah, that's not a threat. A threat has to like I have to be intending to actually threaten you, to intimidate you. That's the point of a threat. That's
because
what it means.
it's not a joke. Saying that I'm gonna come and fucking rape you is not a joke.
That is a joke.
It's not a joke.
That's hilarious.
It's not hilarious.
Like it's funny.
Saying, oh my god, Gilded is fucking raped in this conversation. His fucking gaping prolapse asshole has been raped so fucking hard in this conversation. That's hilarious.
Funny.
Me saying I'm coming to your house to rape you is not funny. That's stupid. It's lame.
Hilarious.
It's not funny. It's low tier like
funny?
fucking chud humor from 2010 Reddit. It's lame and it's gay. We've advanced beyond the needs of these things.
See, but it's a joke. Though.
We've advanced beyond these things. Either way, I mean, I don't want that shit in my
haven't.
Discord. I don't want that shit in my Discord.
That's cool because it wasn't in your Discord.
I know,
so.
but if you're willing to say that in other people's Discord, I still moderate based on that, which is why I removed Psy.
Okay, that's okay. Number one, I never said anything like that, nor intended to. Anytime I'm in a server, I usually make it a point to abide by the rules of that server. That anybody
I don't care if somebody's saying crazy shit on a different platform. I've always enforced cross-platform bans. I've always enforced that.
Yeah, that's amazing. Secondly,
then why bring it up like you want to talk about it?
because you literally just said you could say it in my server, and I'm saying that wouldn't have happened. Secondly, more importantly than that, that is a joke. That is the obvious intention of it. It doesn't, but calling it a threat means a very specific thing. Okay. You should care. About
I'm role playing as you.
Language.
I thought we were doing. I'm doing a gender change. I'm transitioning into GildedPoo. I don't care. Womp womp! I don't care.
Fine.
You got banned. Cool. Womp womp! I don't care.
I don't care.
I don't care, pussy. Womp womp! Okay, what's next on your list?
The entire point is that you're using a word that means a very specific thing, just like you did with groomer, just like you did with pedophile, just like you did with predator. You are using very, very hyperbolic language to blanket call somebody something and allow people to colloquially come up with their own meaning for it. Whenever you know damn well I wasn't actually going to get her pregnant, and I wasn't actually gonna, like, the absurdity of that quote-unquote threat obviously makes it not a threat.
Okay, I don't care. What's the next thing on your list?
Yeah, well, yeah, I don't care that you're dishonest either. But the second thing that I
care
want
enough
to
to come
point
and talk
out
to me about it, so.
I mean, if you want to be dishonest, that's on you. Like that's fine. If you just want to own that you're a dishonest.
Well, no, because it's like really fucking annoying because I explained to you like my justification for why I said a certain thing, and then you're like, well, actually, hypothetically speaking,
your justification is fucking retarded.
I don't. I don't value your judgment. I don't value your judgment. I don't. I don't. I don't. I don't. I don't value your judgment.
And more importantly than that. Yeah, you should care about being a dishonest faggot. You should absolutely care. I don't care.
What I have said repeatedly, is that I don't consider that to be a funny joke.
Racism, you're being dishonest. I don't care if you think it's funny. That's not the point.
Okay, that is the point.
Secondly, when it comes to racism thing, when you were saying that I was racist, like what racist thing did I say? Because that had nothing. You said that months later.
You say all kinds of crazy racist shit all the time. Like even in your video about Quayman, you were like making underhanded jokes about him like being fucking Jewish and shit like that. Like you engage in like a lot of racialized like edgy humor, and I don't fuck with that. I don't want that kind of shit in my Discord server.
I don't remember saying that in the video. I was in the comment section. I wrote this entire autistic thing where I created this obviously bullshit conspiracy theory that he's like a closeted Jew or something, but it was like obviously or not closeted Jew. He was pretending not to be Jewish. But like, you know, who cares? Like but that wasn't like the same thing. Like, so I don't really know what you're talking about. And secondly, I was doing that before I even joined your server. So why did you even allow me to join in the first place?
Because you joined to call in, and then I removed you after the fact. I've let plenty of other people.
I was there for over a month before you removed me.
Yeah, do you think that I'm like
But-
sitting there just like scrolling Discord endlessly, like waiting for you to see
I
something
mean-
pop
I
up on my
mean,
Twitter? Do you think that I A-log you in my
you-
spare time? Do you think that I'm writing
I
down
mean,
every
you
fucking tweet
A-log
you've ever
me
had?
enough to know that I say obscure racist things on other platforms, so...
Yeah, because I watched your video on
allegedly
Queeman.
racist,
Yeah, because I watched your video on
because,
Queeman.
by the way,
Correct.
because apparently racist jokes are
Yeah.
thereby make you racist. Apparently, that's interesting.
That's totally what I said. I said I don't want people that make racist jokes in my fucking Discord server. That's what I said.
Well, actually, no. You called me racist. There's a
Sure,
different thing.
I would consider you to be racist based on a lot of the stuff that you've said, yeah. But if you don't
Okay.
agree with that interpretation or my, understanding of you as a person, that's completely fine. That is my general takeaway from you as a person. And if you disagree with that, that's completely fine as well.
I mean, if you want to judge whether or not somebody's an ist entirely on jokes, that's on you. That's just silly. But what's funny is that you and this is the third contradiction, because you see, you then later also stated that actually the real reason was you banned GildedPoo because it's GildedPoo. Which was interesting, because when you brought up the racism claim, you said that you don't ban people from your server just because you don't like them.
Correct.
And that in fact, you had a good reason to ban me from
Correct.
the server, but then last night you were saying you banned me just because it's me. So which
Correct.
is it?
So who are you as a person, GildedPoo? When you say GildedPoo, what comes to your mind? I think of someone who had a terabyte of bestiality porn, somebody who makes racist jokes, somebody who makes
reliable.
rape threats, all this other shit. And I think of somebody who is a controversial figure. I have been incredibly good faith to you, incredibly, whatever, in DMs. I don't want you in my fucking Discord server because you have baggage. You are a controversial person and I don't want to be around you in my Discord server.
Fair.
That's it.
That's fair.
So when I say
fair.
GildedPoo, because GildedPoo is GildedPoo, I'm invoking a very specific understanding that everybody who's been around you has, that you're an edgelord, that you're antagonistic, you're spicy, you say crazy shit, you're trolling. I get it. I understand that. So when I say that, that encapsulates all of these behaviors, folded up neatly into one nice, concise statement.
You can see how on the surface that looks like a direct contradiction to a
I
prior
don't care.
statement. Okay. That's amazing.
Thank you.
Why don't you just say I'm a dishonest faggot and get it over with? Like, holy shit.
Because you don't because you don't understand what I'm explaining to you, like your inability to comprehend what I'm saying has nothing to do with me being dishonest.
No. I literally said everything you just said was fair. I literally said that. I said that was completely fair. I even agree with you, actually. Like I completely agree with the justifications and the reason. I said that's fair like 4 times. Then I asked you, but do you see why I came to the conclusion that that was a contradiction? And
yeah, I don't care if you think it's.
And then you could have just said, yeah, I can see where you're coming from, but that wasn't the intent. And I would have just said, oh, okay, cool.
Yeah,
that would have been it.
If that's your takeaway, that's your takeaway. It's very clear that like nothing that I'm gonna say is gonna change your mind in any meaningful way. So I'm not really.
I thought you gave a really good answer until you said you didn't care.
Okay, I care a lot then. I care a lot, and you're right.
Good, thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
But the second thing I wanted to bring up, because this is another example of issues that I have, is and this is the big one actually. This is the actual. The big one that I take personal issue with. Yes,
I'm ready. Rape me with it. Let's go.
Do you remember? Because this happened in DMs, and I can bring them up if you don't remember. But I remember at one point in both DMs and in I believe Falgi's server, you had brought up several times that hey, I don't support people going around accusing you of this wild claim of you having child porn on your computer, or having it on that hard drive, and that you would moderate it, and then you spread the rumor yourself on your own channel.
No, I said that I didn't know, that I've heard rumors, but I have not seen it, so I can't confirm or deny. And then if somebody has seen the images or that they have seen the dumps and they do know, they can let me know. I obviously don't want to see the fucking image, but to my understanding, somebody has said it has been rumored around many, many times that there was like some kind of zoo imagery or whatever of a kid fucking decapitated chicken or something like that. Yeah. And so I said, I've heard rumors or murmurings of this. I've never seen it. I don't want to see it. But if anybody knows if that's true or not, you can let me know. That's what I said.
Not only is that an insane allegation because it was most obviously not a kid in it, but I wasn't even the person that had it, nor was I the person that posted it. So like it's a complete misunderstanding of literally all the lore. But regardless, that is not what you said. What you see, your exact words were your exact words verbatim, and I can pull up the clip.
Go ahead.
Your exact words verbatim was, because it was when Aiden said, "Do you own child porn?" And you said, then I said no. And then you said, and I quote, "I heard that this was true."
Yeah,
and then
that's literally what I just fucking said.
It there. No, you never gave all those other qualifiers.
Yeah, I've heard that this is true. I've heard a rumor that this might be true.
That's all you said. And the reason I take issue with that is because, let's be realistic here, that would be no different from me just right now saying on stream, yeah, I heard that it was true that Malcolm likes to diddle toddlers in his spare time. I don't know if it's true, but I heard it was true.
Okay.
And then just leave it there and move on. Like, do you not see the issue with that?
I see how you see an issue with it. What you
bullshit in the air with no evidence.
What you are asking of me is to do an infinite amount of qualifiers every single fucking time I bring it up, when I have made it very clear that that it's a rumor. That's what you're asking of me. Yes.
What I'm asking you to do is to never say anything without having solid, ironclad evidence.
That's never going to happen. I'm going to discuss rumors and murmurings in the background, yes, and I'm going to quantify and say, this is just something that I've heard. I don't know if it's true. I haven't seen any evidence of it, but this is what I've heard. I'm going to continue to do that. Bro. That's not going to stop.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That is look, we both know what you're doing. You're just saying shit and then hiding behind, oh, it's just a rumor, bro. Like, come on.
If that's what you take away from it, that's fine. I'm not going to infinitely quantify every single thing that I say every single fucking time. And I'm never going to stop talking about different things and say, this is the information that I have right now. This is what I know to be true. This is the stuff that I haven't seen. This is stuff that's alleged or a rumor or whatever. I don't have any evidence of this, but this is what I've heard. I'm going to continue to do that. That's not going to change. For anybody, and I wouldn't make that exception for anybody, because I've covered a lot of rumors and speculations about Psy as well. It's not just about you or Lio or the Lio Spear or whatever. There are plenty of people that I've covered where I've said there are allegations of this that I can't prove or substantiate in any meaningful way, but this is what I've heard.
You shouldn't do that. That's insane.
Okay.
That's shit. Like just throwing a rumor out there, you know as well as I do that nobody gives a fuck if that's a rumor or not. They're just gonna roll with it, right? That.
I can't control the hearts and the minds of every single person that watches my content. I'm never going to be able to do that. It's an unreasonable threshold.
Yeah, you actually can by just not throwing bullshit into the wind.
Because I don't know if you're aware of this, but this is a rumor that's not just here on my stream. This is a rumor that has existed long before I was even aware of who you were or who Lio was. This has been a rumor for a very long time.
I'm not denying that it was that somebody devised a rumor at some point. I don't think you lied about it being a rumor. That's not my thought at all. I mean,
because I can't control that because
you moderated people who were making the same allegations.
So. Yeah, an allegation is different than saying this is a rumor that I've heard. These are two different things, right? If I say GildedPoo has fucking terabytes of CP, this is different than, hey, when there was that dump I heard around the grapevine, I obviously can't prove it, so, don't take it and run. But I heard that there might have been images in there where one or two of them was a kid fucking a chicken. That's almost verbatim what I said. Those are two different things, right?
To make this perfectly clear, you would be perfectly okay with me making a video on you I'm not doing that, but if I made a video on you hypothetically, and I was just I heard this rumor that he suckles toddler peen, right? You'd just be okay with me just throwing that out there and then moving on.
If that is what sparks joy for you, dude, you can do that.
I don't want to do that. I think that's fucked up.
The standard that you're asking is unattainable. Because I'm not going.
It's a very reasonable standard.
No, it's not. It's actually completely unattainable because I cannot infinitely quantify or do enough hand-holding for every single person in my audience. That's never going to happen.
My whole point is you don't have any proof, don't say it. It's that simple. Because you should be this is to your own benefit, by the way. That this completely this does nothing but help you. In the long run. So I that's the point. That makes you look more credible because you can always behind the scenes say, I heard this rumor. Hey, could you people look into this? That's fine. But whenever you just throw the rumor out there like that, it doesn't look like what you think it looks like. Just because you may have verbatim said this is just a rumor doesn't mean that anybody's going to take it that way. If Lio did that, I'm sure you wouldn't be okay with that either.
Well, if he did what? I'm sorry.
If he just went around just saying, I heard this rumor, and just threw some bullshit out there.
Lio does that all the fucking time. But he doesn't say it's a rumor. He says that he has evidence that he'll drop later. I never say that. I never say, "Oh, I have this fucking nuke shoved up my fucking pussy and I'm
I'll
gonna blow somebody's shit up like fucking Hiroshima."
I have a way
Never
better
said that.
example of Lio doing
Never said
exactly
that.
what I said. I have a way better example of Lio doing exactly what I just said. Was him calling Purple Sacramentin a pedophile?
Sure.
He's never said he has evidence for this. He's just thrown that out there. He's called him Purple Pedosectin or whatever. Like, you know, and he's just doing it to fuck with him, right?
Okay.
I don't think that's any better, personally, than like you're just throwing an allegation into the wind with zero proof whatsoever, like publicly on a live stream. That's insane. Like, why? Like, that is crazy. That undermines your own credibility entirely, actually.
Okay. I mean, I promise I'll only talk about rumors that make you look good from here on out, okay?
It's not even about me. Like, this is a general issue. Like, the same thing with when you brought up internet adjacent, like, you were spreading things around that had no basis you were just buying his bullshit, for example. Like,
yeah, so there's a difference in these two things, and I'll help you with this one. The internet adjacent thing, I asked him if he talked to Zillow before Zillow, like sexually before Zillow was 18, and he said no. As soon as I saw the information that was not true and that he lied to me, I changed my opinion. Like, same day. Because it was revealed to me that he lied to me. I don't have a crystal ball. I can't peer into the future. I asked him directly, did you talk to Zillow sexually before Zillow was 18? He said no. I said, okay, whatever. I don't really have a lot to say because he wanted me to talk about Falgi's Discord drama that I don't give a flying fuck about. That fat Italian could go, you know, tap dance to his opera house. I don't care. I asked specifically, and he lied to me. I said, oh, okay. And then later, when I saw screenshots that was not true, I said, oh, well, fuck internet adjacent. He fucking lied to me. Fuck him. He's a freak and a creep and a liar and a rat.
I saw that whole thing you did on that. I thought your statement was generally okay. The only criticism I would have of that statement is that you were entirely unwilling to listen to contrary voices on the subject. You know, Falgi.
Like who?
Which,
yeah, I don't care what Falgi has to say about anything.
I mean, yeah, but if you have like paid attention to
I'm not gonna sit and consume like 400 fucking hours of this content. Dickers has done probably like 60 hours of content. I'm not watching all of that. I'm not doing that. You cannot make me, which is why my coverage of it was incredibly limited. And so I watched Internet Adjacent's response, and that's the only content that I've done since then. I did
Falgi.
Why the fuck would I message Falgi? About what? About what?
About the subject that you said that you didn't care
Dude,
about. Dude, hey,
because I saw the screenshots that Falgi was crashing the fuck out about Internet Adjacent inviting Wolfgang or fucking Zillow to Falgi's Discord server. And Falgi's Discord server is 18 plus. I don't care. I don't give a fuck about Falgi's Discord server. I don't give a fuck about somebody inviting somebody to a commentary or YouTube. I don't fucking care. I don't care. Okay. And Internet Adjacent wanted to come on and talk to me about it. The entire fucking conversation, I was like, cool, great. Anything else? The only question I had was, did you talk to Zillow inappropriately before Zillow was 18? He lied to me and said no. And then when the information was presented that he did lie to me and he did talk to Zillow before Zillow was 18, I changed my mind on the spot and I said, fuck you, bitch. And I booted him off of everything, and I don't want anything to do with him, and I said as much.
But the beauty of that is that information that you got later, you would have gotten sooner.
No, I wouldn't, because it didn't drop until later when he was on fucking Dicker's stream. No, it wouldn't have. Nice try.
Yeah, but, no. It didn't drop until later on Dicker's stream, but that was after the information was already acquired. Everybody already had that information.
Dude, I don't know what to tell you. I don't have a crystal ball. As soon as I get the ability to divine information from the fucking future through tarot readings and fucking masturbating with crystals, I'll let you know, okay? But I don't have that ability and I don't have that power.
I'm just saying, this is what happens whenever you just say, I don't give a fuck what Falgi thinks.
You're right. I don't give a fuck what Falgi thinks, and I still don't give a fuck what Falgi thinks. I don't fucking care. He lied to me. That's not my fucking fault that he lied to me. I don't care.
Yeah, really hate Falgi for some reason. Jesus
yeah, I
Christ.
fucking hate Italian people and I hate former theater kids. If you're over the age of 25 and you're a theater kid, you should be in a fucking gulag doing hard labor until your arms fall off.
Wait,
fuck those
what do you
gay
have against
people.
Italians? That's kind of racist.
Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah, it's wild.
Yeah, don't ask me about the J-boys. You'll be sorry.
The Jews?
J-boys.
I don't know what the J-boys is.
That's okay. For me to know and you to never find out.
Oh, that's fine. But yeah, no, like I don't know, like and I watched that whole interview and yeah, it was like really, really gay. Yeah, I think what actually happened, well, part of what actually happened, which is this is probably not entirely your fault, but I think that he weaseled his way in with bullshit Senate information, from what I gathered. Anyway, you can tell me if I'm wrong, but like it seemed like he was intentionally trying to.
No, he asked me about he leaked all my DMs, so they're all out there. He sent me, and I don't care that he leaked them. I didn't say anything crazy in there. He said, he messaged me because he said that Lio commented on like one of his videos, and he was like, I might include him in the response, and I like just general like, oh, this is where you can find this shit or whatever. And then after that, he kept asking me if I could call, and I was like, no, dipshit, like I don't have time to just like jump at a fucking Discord call in the middle of the day. No. And then I saw that he made the response video after I watched the Dicker stream with the gay butthole fingering drive, which was fucking hilarious Kino content. And then after I watched his response video, he was like, can I call in? And I said, sure. And he wanted to talk about the Felgy shit. And I was like, I don't know anything about it and I don't care. If the facts of what you're telling me are that, you know, you invited Zillow to the Discord server before Zillow was 18 years old, like, I mean, it's Felgy's Discord server. I don't think that they're like ERPing in general, chat. I don't think that that makes him like a giga rapist pedophile. But that's why I asked him specifically. I said, did you talk sexually with Zillow before Zillow was 18? And he said no. And so I was like, okay. And that was the end of it. And then after the fact, when the DMs leaked later on Dicker's stream, I was like, oh, cool. This guy just fucking lied to me. What a bitch. And that was pretty much the end of it.
Okay. Well, the what was it? Because I can't remember what was my take on anything. What was I talking about?
I think that everybody missed all of the content because the real content is that they were arguing about like what sex position they were in and if somebody went in dry or not. And everybody was like, well, what about the outlets in the Airbnb? And I was like, you guys are fucking cucks, dude. New commentary sucks. Okay, I want a 4-hour panel on them arguing about who finger blasted who in what position at what phase of the moon. Like, that's what I want because that's fucking hilarious. That's Kino content.
It seemed to me on the surface that it just looked like you were willing to be accepting of internet adjacent over because he was against Lio.
No, it had literally nothing to do with Lio. I thought it was fucking hilarious that Parlo lied about 90% of the shit that was in his document. I was like, quote unquote, slighted in the favor of internet adjacent, but it was only because Parlo was such a degenerate fucking lying freak. That's the only reason for that.
They both are, honestly. I mean, yeah.
I know that now. Yeah, sure. I know that now.
One is a lying freak, and the other one who you interviewed, who I believe you said you knew ahead of time, bought a knotted dog cock dildo at Spencer's.
Yeah, and I said that he was a fucking freak for that. Correct. Yes, I did. Correct.
Yeah.
Correct.
So like everybody in that story sucks and should die. So that's what my take would have been, like pretty much immediately the moment I heard about the knotted cock thing.
Yeah, I mean, as more information is revealed to me over time, my positions do change. Yes, such as the nature of time. It's linear and it's forward moving. I can't.
I thought you knew about the knotted cock thing before you even interviewed him.
Oh no, when I was reading the documents on stream, I don't know if you watched how long that like Parlo's original document was borderline unreadable. I scrolled through like a lot towards the end to just like get through it. It was late at night and I was like, I just want to get to the end of this, so I just scrolled through a lot of it. I saw that they were talking about like furry shit or whatever, and I know that he said something about like bad dragon dildos. And I mean, like if you have like an alien egg dildo, I think that's fucking weird. But I mean, I don't know if that makes you like an alien pedophile. I don't even know if you can be an alien. I don't know. So I mean, my response to that was pretty limited because I was just trying to get like through Arlo's like 400-page fucking document.
Yeah, but so okay. Sorry, did you know about the knotted cock thing before or after the interview? That's really the question.
I didn't. I actually don't. I guess I could go back and look at the transcript. I might have glossed over it, but even if he was into like the knotted dog dicks or something like that, the anthro furry shit I still think is like total degenerate freak shit, and I've said as much. Like even just regular furries, I think are degenerate freaks, and I said the same thing, and I said the same thing to him as well.
Yeah. So I guess my only other point of contention.
Oh my God, we made it.
Yeah, one last one. Okay, we're getting on to 2 hours. And yeah, my major point of contention is, in addition to all the other things that as I've stated, I think you're woefully dishonest on. I think one of the big ones is that you make associations with certain people, and then you seem to just like shit talk them when they're not around, and it's really weird. Like, can you explain that? Like off the top of my head, I would say Stardust or Beckett.
What do you mean? Like, did I have like snippy, snide remarks to make about them? Yeah, I do that with everybody.
So why would you? That's the thing that I don't understand is like for example with the Stardust thing, and you can correct me if I'm wrong on this lore because I was very I wasn't really like paying too much attention at this time, so I could be getting things mixed up. But wasn't you one of her sources for the Poppy and Xena shit? Correct?
No, I am the Poppy historian. I am the Poppy expert in the room. Stardust stole that coverage from me.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Like you were one of her sources, right?
Oh, sorry. I thought you asked if Stardust was my. Gotcha. Not even. I don't think so, because she was actually really close to Melina, and Melina was the one that was writing the document. So she actually didn't really even ask me for much. She got most everything from Melina. She didn't have to go through me for really anything.
Well, I know you interacted a lot at the time.
Sure. Yeah, like in each other's chats or whatever. Sure.
Yeah. So like, but then whenever she would say like, subscribe to Goddammit Malcolm, whatever, right? And then I went to your channel, and then shortly thereafterwards, you're just like hardcore bashing her, like talking shit about her, calling her like, I don't even. This is months ago. Like,
well, yeah, because I talked shit to her about the fuck. I talked shit about her about the fucking. What was the one? Oh god, I'm totally drawing a blank. It was the Anti-Defamation League thing. She has really shitty politics, in my opinion. And then I make fun of her because she says a lot. I say a lot too. It's just like quippy, like bullshit, like snarking. It's not like anything. I don't like fucking hate Stardust. I don't like want Stardust to die. I share like a decent overlap in audience with Stardust because we were both covering Poppy and Xena shit at the same time, like rated into each other. I did the same thing with Beckett. I'm like, Beckett's like a gay twink ginger bitch who's like a fence sitter, but like I think that he's a fence sitter and he knows that that's my criticism of him. It's not anything like intentional to like be rude or mean, right?
Yeah. You went a lot harder on Beckett than you did Stardust for sure, and that's the thing. Like from, again, most people's perspectives, right? Like you look at that, it's like, man, this guy really does not like Beckett, right?
Me and Beckett are fine, and Beckett has said as much, and so have I. Like, we are fine. We talk pretty semi-regularly. It's not that big of a deal. We have criticisms of each other. It's really not that big of a
deal. Okay. But yeah, but it's not even just that. God, like, dude, like, man, the way you threw Scribbles under the bus was fucking wild. That was a fun one. Like,
well, yeah, dude, fuck her for acting a fool. Don't know what to say.
I mean, she didn't do anything any different than had she'd already done before. So
not that I had seen is the difference.
I'll give you a great example. Like you complained over me making a rape joke, and then she made a rape joke, and you left her in there. But then that was fine.
I didn't ban her. I didn't ban you for making a rape joke. I banned you for making. We already covered this, so write it down this time. I said when you say I'm going to rape you. I don't consider that a joke, and I don't consider that an appropriate way to talk. That is the difference.
God,
if you don't agree with it, that's completely fine. That is my reason. If you don't like the reason, that's cool. But I know a dead horse really hates to see you coming. I'm not interested in relitigating the last 2 hours again. So we can agree to disagree.
Well, no. The reason I'm bringing that up is because like there was that. Right, and then the racism thing. Well, she was already racist before that. She said multiple racist things.
The only racist thing I ever saw was the tweets where she was talking about a use case scenario of a slur, and she censored the N-word. That is the only other thing that I had ever seen. And if you don't believe me, I don't care.
There were other slurs though.
Like what?
She didn't censor chink.
Okay.
For example, off the top of my head.
Okay.
Right?
Discussing a use case of slurs, if you and I were having a conversation about slurs, I'd probably say faggot, but there are other slurs that I probably wouldn't say. That's probably a little different, right?
But maybe. But my question here would be, like, it doesn't seem like you care too much about jokes, so why do you care about her discussing the use case? And also the way she was doing it was
I don't care about her discussing the use case. I don't care about that, is what I said.
Okay.
I care about making racialized, disparaging statements and racist statements towards other people, and not in the context of discussing use cases, because you and me can have a conversation until the cows come home about the appropriateness of the word faggot. If I come up to you and I say, GildedPoo, you're a fucking faggot! Those are two totally different things. The latter, I would find inappropriate. Us using the word in a discussion, I would find to be appropriate. Us calling each other that in a derogatory fashion, to be inflammatory, and to offend you, the proud bisexual man that you are, that would be inappropriate. And I would not tolerate that in my server. That's the difference, okay?
Was it that lore, me being bi, is so gay. Anyway.
I'm making up new rumors. That's my new rumor. That's my new rumor. Source, I made it up.
That's a rumor that's been going on for a while. Okay, well, maybe, okay, fine.
I haven't heard that one, but that's my new one.
Well, if you look at the tweets in reply to you, somebody was going and spamming that in response to me replying
Oh, dude,
to you.
I tweet and I mute it. So, no, yeah, I didn't see shit. So, I mean...
Anyway, but there was, sorry, weird coincidence. But either way, yeah, so the problem with that I take away with all that is, although I agree with you that there is a distinction between those two things, I disagree with you that her talking about the use case of when it's appropriate to talk about which slur was, how do you put it, as neutral as everybody makes it out. She was a lot more inflammatory than what everybody's making it out to be. She was talking down on somebody while doing it. Right. She's also multiple times, even before that, like justified how all of these slurs are less bad than saying queer. And
I mean, but that's going to be a subjective judgment.
That...
That's going to be a subjective judgment. If somebody is Mexican, they're probably going to think that like racialized, disparaging statements about Latinos is way worse than the N-word. That's going to be a subjective judgment. And that conversation, I think, is fine to have. That's the distinction that I draw.
I think that's more indicative of racism, though. Than her saying that if Hassan doesn't like America, he should go back to Turkey, which there's nothing actually racist at all about that statement.
Yeah, telling somebody who is Turkish to go back to their own fucking country because you don't like their politics, I would consider to be racist.
He's not Turkish. He wasn't born in Turkey. He was born in America.
Being born somewhere doesn't make you not an ethnicity, dog. Like, are people that weren't born in Africa not black? What are you?
But he was. I mean, technically speaking, well,
technically, if you talk about it,
right? But he was raised in Turkey. Telling him if you don't like America, to go back to Turkey where he was raised if he likes that better than America isn't racist. That's just
Gilded,
saying,
insert racial slur here, poo. I don't want to have the slur discourse with you because we're never going to agree. It's going to be like you and I trying to build the Great Pyramids of Giza with a fucking vape and a Coors Light. It's not going to happen. Okay, so I don't care. So let's wrap it up.
If I tell a Mexican if they don't like America, go back to Mexico, that's racist.
Yes.
How?
What do you mean how? Go back to your own country. You wouldn't say that to like somebody who is white. You wouldn't see like a white person that sounds like me, like pretend that I'm from like, I don't know. I'm from Norway. Let's just pretend that I'm from Norway. You don't know that. You would never make that statement to me because you don't know where I'm from. People make those generalized statements towards African American people. They say, go back to Uganda, go back to Kenya, whatever the fuck. They say that about people that present as Latino, go back to Mexico, go back to El Salvador, go over where the fuck you're from. They do that for people who look like they are coming from the Middle East.
I've told Fauci to go back to Italy. More to the point, however, you're like, it depends. So if I met a communist that hated America, I would say go to Russia.
Well, Russia's
not
a communist.
Racist?
Well, Russia isn't a communist country, so no.
Or China, actually.
China is also a hybrid economy, so it's also
not no. They're called the Communist Party. Dude, really?
Okay, do you think that a titmouse is actually a giant fucking mouse with a huge rack? Or do you understand that it's a bird?
Are we doing the no?
Stop dragging it to these conversations if you don't want to have them, dumb fuck. Stop doing it then. Obviously, there's a hybrid economy in China. It is a hybrid economy. Communism is controlled markets, a command economy. China does not have a command economy. Anyway, semantics aside, finish your point. Go ahead.
Yeah. But yeah, no. So is there a communist country that you could say that about?
Vietnam, Cuba, Laos. Sure. What?
Okay.
What about it?
Yeah, I'm just saying.
Just pick a country that's actually fucking communist, and then if somebody is Laotian, and you say go back to Laos, yes, I would say that. Yes, correct.
I don't see that as racist.
I understand. I know.
If you said xenophobic, I would probably agree with you though. But I don't think it's racist.
Okay, well, use whatever idiom you prefer, whatever sparks joy for you, dude. Whatever makes you happy, because I want you to be able to sleep comfortably. So I want you to feel happy with the statements. Okay.
Yeah. But did you watch my Psy video?
No, bitch. You fucking privated it like 5 seconds after it was done. Where was I supposed to find it?
It was months later. What do you mean?
It literally wasn't. I went to go and watch it the day after you fucking streamed it and it was gone. I literally had it open and I opened it the morning after and it was gone.
That's not possible.
It's literally, I can go in my Discord and I can say, I can go and look. I asked the day after, did anybody archive this? I literally asked.
I mean, I'm not doubting that I think there's a bug because I didn't private that video.
Okay, well, it's gone. So if you want to send it to me, I'll watch it. If you want to send it to me, I'll watch it
right now. Like, you can go watch it right now. Like,
where?
There.
What the fuck are you talking about?
On YouTube.
Are you gaslighting me right now, GildedPoo?
No.
Are you grooming me?
It's literally the second to last video on my channel.
I feel like you're trying to groom me right now.
No.
Please stop.
And-
You're not respecting my
in fact-
boundaries.
In fact, more importantly than that, when the Queeman video came out,
Oh, it's right here.
the
I see
video
it.
was up.
Literally the
Yeah,
day
it
after it
was-
was gone. Okay, I'll watch this. Okay, I got it. I'll watch it. Wait,
Yeah,
how was this
It's-
before? No, there was another stream that you did. There was a stream that you did when she got kicked out of my Discord server. Where did that one go? That's the one that I'm thinking
Okay,
of.
that's different. Yeah, I was talking about my video.
Oh, well, where
No,
the fuck did that one
stream-
go? I want to watch the stream. Can I watch the stream?
The stream I took down, but I ended up uploading it to Rumble, I believe. So you can go
Oh
to
my god,
Rumble
that's
and I
so
think it's there.
gay. See, you're not beating the bisexual allegations. You're not beating the bisexual allegations. Can you can you unlist it and give me the link? I promise I won't share, but can I watch it? I wanted to watch it. I wanted to watch the stream and I missed it.
I can do that, sure.
I won't watch it
gotta-
on stream if you don't want me to, but I literally had it.
Oh no, you don't want to watch it on stream.
Okay,
Actually.
okay,
Like,
thank you. Okay, thank you.
because I there's a billion uses of the slur.
Oh wow, okay, that's crazy. All right, yeah, cool. So I did want to watch that. That's the one that I was talking about. I apologize. I haven't watched the other Size Scribbles one. I didn't even know that one was on there. To be completely honest with you, I didn't even know that
So
was
the reason I'm asking is because the things I present in that video, like in my opinion, should have warranted her being banned from basically any server anyway. That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
So,
well, in my defense, I didn't see it. So if that's true, okay.
yeah, like
Dub
for
Gilded, I
example,
guess,
you
but-
went after Lio for how he engages with minors, and I show pretty clear evidence that this woman was distributing what she described as child porn to minors.
Oh, these allegations, yeah. I'm not gonna. I know that you're very Vosh coded, and you see a dead horse and you think now's my opportunity. I don't want to relitigate every conversation I've ever had. Maybe if you want to talk about, how about I watch the side video and then we can talk about it.
I don't want to talk about it right now. I'm saying like you can watch the video. I show more evidence than just the allegation. Like I actually show the evidence. So
okay.
Yeah.
If you want to, I'll watch that and then we can reconvene because I didn't see that one. I thought you were talking about your stream. That was my bad. I thought you were talking about the stream that you did and then you unlisted. So if you want, I'll watch the side video, and if you want, we can talk about it after I watch it. If you want to do that,
yeah, go right ahead.
I think that we should do a podcast, GildedPoo. I think that we should do a Frenemies podcast. I think that'd be really fun.
Why?
What
What does that even mean?
You don't know what Frenemies is? Do you live under a rock?
Yes.
Oh, but you know all 27 seasons of the fucking ACC Glupshido of the Week is accused of raping a cat, but you don't know what Frenemies is?
Yes.
That's crazy. Anyway, we should do that. It would be fun. I think we should do that. I want to do it with Lyle, but he's a pussy, so it would be good content.
Why?
Because
Why
it'd be
would
fucking
you do
hilarious.
that? I'm a racist.
It would be
What
so
happened to
fucking
that?
funny. Like, would
But
you not do a
I'm a
podcast with Hitler if you
racist.
had the opportunity to? Yeah, that's the fun is that like we take turns like being problematic and then we make fun of each other for it. It's fun. You should look up Frenemies. It was very successful. Before Ethan Klein got Ozempic brain poisoning, but there.
Yeah. Well, either way, like I like you can disagree with me on whatever you want, but fundamentally speaking, like my fundamental point, if to close, okay, is I think you can do a lot better with your coverage of Lio. I'm not against you covering Lio, for the record. You can do that all you fucking want. I don't fucking give a shit. My fear, and this is my motivation. So I asked you what your motivation was. So I'm going to give you mine. Okay? My motivation is that I was one of the people that started the drama with Lio in the first place. Okay? I had reason to be in drama with Lio. I see you, who has virtually no reason because you weren't directly affected. And so as a result of this, like I had to deal with a bunch of people making bullshit allegations and lying to my face. He had crazy actual pedophiles coming into my fucking server that hated his guts, that were trying to get me to believe that he raped them. And I, as somebody that cares very much about not passing incorrect information around, so much so I've privated videos that were outdated or had incorrect information, which is why none of the Lio videos are up right now. Because there's a lot of wrong information there. As somebody, like, because I care so much about the subject, it bothers me to the core whenever I see somebody talking about the exact same subject I went on about for almost 3 years straight, and then just make allegations that have been either provably false or just not entirely provable, and do so with frequency that don't meet my standard of allegation.
Okay,
That's my entire motivation.
if your entire motivation is that it doesn't meet your standard, that's fine. But I think that I made it very clear earlier when I said it verbatim, is that I don't think that there is anything that I could provide to you that would meet your standard. Therefore, I don't value the judgment that it doesn't meet your standard. And I understand and I hear you when you say this is something that I was very close to and something that I covered. And so I care a lot about the integrity, and I have a very high bar because I was directly involved. I understand where that's coming from. I don't think that I will be able to give you a satisfying answer. So, I mean, it's just going to continue to go around in circles at that point, right?
I suppose so. So, yeah, but I just wanted to make that perfectly clear so that you understood where I was coming from and why all of that.
Sure, and I get you. I got you. I got you. It is no problem at all.
And I will say though that just real quick before I leave, because I have to go do something anyway. So before I leave, I want to make very clear that in the future there may come a time where you're going to have to answer these questions to somebody else, perhaps over a totally different drama, and this all is going to backfire. The mean girl thing, where you just throw rumors out there, like, well, look how well that looked for all the people that did that shit where it involves H3. Okay? That's what I'm saying. So,
about H3?
Like, yes, like he'll sue people. So what I'm getting at, I'm not saying you said anything about H3. What I'm saying is you got to be careful with it, because if you don't, and if you're not careful with it, sometime in the future you may piss off the wrong rando in some other community somewhere, and those people are gonna fucking sue you or something. So that's all I'm saying. So what I was saying was as much for the intent was as much for your own interests as mine. So if you don't want to take my advice to better vet the things you're saying and to be a little bit more honest in the representations of the arguments that you're making about people you don't like, that's fine. But don't get upset when potentially in the future you end up the subject of a major fucking controversy because you were unwilling to see reason on the topic. So that's all I'm saying.
I think it's actually a wonderful bonding experience to learn that you care so deeply for me. Like I don't know if you feel it, but I feel very close to you right now. Like this is.
See, now you're starting to sound like Lio right now.
I mean,
I'm not 16, so it's not
I know. That's why you're older than me, so I don't know. I think that it would be really cool. Do you have like any Discord kids or anything? Like, can I be your Discord kid?
Discord kittens?
Yeah. Do you like cats?
No.
Do you like dogs?
No. I hate everything.
Oh.
But
except for me,
anyway.
Right? Except for me, right?
I hate everyone too. So
I
yeah,
thought I was different.
But yeah, that's just my opinion. You can take it or leave it. Have fun with the rest of your day. I'm going to go do some gay ass chores because real life shit. So
wow, that's
have
beautiful.
Fun.
All right, thanks so much for your time. I'll watch the side video, and then if you want to talk about it, we can. But I just haven't watched it yet. So either way.
All right, have fun.
All right, love you lots. Bye. Wow, that was a strong message. Okay, who got bingos? Who was the first to get a bingo? We totally got rape in there. We've got grooming is always sexual, racism, sucking Lio's dick. Sci Scribbles mentioned, I wasn't expecting that, you guys. I had my solitaire up. We got the slurs. We got Glupshido ACC, the law thing, free space. We did get moral flagging. We didn't get this one, which is crazy. We did get one trans diss in there, which is fine. This is old. Law instead of morality. Fuck, I didn't even get a bingo. Who got bingo? I didn't get a fucking bingo. I didn't get a fucking bingo, you guys. That's crazy. That's crazy. Dude, that's crazy. That's crazy. I can't believe I didn't get a bingo. That sucks. That fucking sucks. That fucking... Okay, what time is it? Okay, this video is... I want to watch this video, but I don't want to rush it, you guys, because I have to leave in just a little bit. Give me just a minute, because I have to go to the bathroom. I I do have to go to the bathroom. So give me just a minute. I'll come back and then we can discuss, okay? And we'll do super chats and everything in just a minute, okay? So give me just a minute. I just have to go piss girl. I'll be right back, and then we will decide what we're doing because I don't want to rush this video. I want to take my time covering this video, okay? So everybody behave. I'll be back in just a moment. You won't even know that I'm gone, okay? Everybody behave. You get the Call of Duty loading screen. That's what you guys get. No complaining. I'll be right back. Okay, that was torturous. So we're gonna hit we'll hit up super chats. We'll go through the super chats. And then I don't want to rush this call, you guys. I want to take my time with this call. I want to take my time with this call. So we'll debrief and we'll do the call tomorrow, okay? Let me get my little icon back. I need my icon back. I need it. I didn't have my emotional support soundboard. It was very distressing to me. Let's catch up on super chats here. You guys are all so generous. Let's see what we have here. Got quite a bit, and then we can debrief. Yeah, not really sure what I expected, but is what it is. Okay. And then Dead City for the 199. Explain the joke, Turn Boy. I think it's a joke. AJ for the 199. Womp womp. Hell yeah, bitch. Let's go. Mars, the Poo Man is delusional for the 2. It is what it is, man. Marie the Frog for the 499. Gilded, would you find it funny if somebody threatened your child like that? I don't fuck with the stuff with Gilded's kid. You know, leave the kid alone. But lots to ponder, lots to ponder. MB Hughes for the 999. Gilded, stop avoiding the debate by bringing up Psy when it isn't about her. You've said worse in this one stream than she has in the span of a month. We're talking about Lio, not Psy. For the 999, thank you, MB Hughes. Yeah, I mean, I find it frustrating the constant goalpost shifting. I guess we'll watch the Psy video and then we can just be like a little bit more concise and directional with it. You know what I'm saying? And then thank you, Scones and Jam, for the $5 redues. Here's some money for sitting through this, Malcolm. Thank you very much. And then Cleve Stain Productions with the 5 gifted. Beautiful, beautiful. We love to see it. Thank you so much. That's very generous of you. Then we have JJ for the 5. Before I was skeptical about you being a, quote, great debater, but now I realize your skills in having such patience with such incoherent debaters. I like to think that one of my accolades is patience. One of them, you know, it teeters like everyone else, but I like to think I'm a decently patient person. Thank you for the 5. Gabby for the 5. Money for having to deal with this pissy poor excuse for an edgelord. Thank you again for more brain damage. That's what I'm here for. I love to give you guys brain damage. It's what I'm here for. And then Jas Minuscule for the 15. Big $15 it is. Thank you very much. Very generous. Are you trans? That's a HIPAA violation. You'll be receiving a letter from my attorneys. And then we have Cleveland with another 1 gifted. Thank you so much. That is very generous of you. Scones and Jam for the 5. You must recognize me, for I am the alpha. I don't even have a wife because I am the base Chad, and you are therefore the soy jack. Very true. I am the sad Wojak right now. Very accurate description. Thank you for the 5. And then Cleve Stain Productions for the 2. 100 odd freeloaders BTW in chat, which is fucking insane. That's crazy. 100 freeloaders, 100 freeloading bitches. Unbelievable. Okay. But if you like free stuff, guys, Discord's free. Okay. Behave in the Discord, or I'll have to put you in the kitten crate and shake you up a little bit. Okay. Not appropriate. Not appropriate. If you guys hate free things, you can always check out my merch. Your family members will love Goddammit Malcolm merch. They're going to be so happy. So happy about that. And thank you for bringing that to my attention, of course. It's always appreciated. And then a wah for the 2. Very entertaining debate. Thank you, King. You're welcome. I live to serve. We are our best when we serve others. We are the best when we serve others. Huge witness, guys. Incredible, insane, like just bananas off the wall witness. Thank you guys very much. Very generous. Everybody witness, please. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Yeah. I don't really know necessarily where I wanted to go with that, or what I expected or anticipated from such a call, to be completely honest with you. I wasn't quite sure with the directionality or anything like that. I had pondered briefly kind of the way I wanted to do that, but to be honest with you, I didn't really know what I was expecting. I think, you know, in the future, just being like more pointed and more direct, keeping things on topic. A lot of wandering throughout the pumpkin patch. We kind of visited a lot of different areas in the pumpkin patch, holding hands, skipping gleefully together. But I like to be oriented in one specific direction. So maybe we'll improve in that on the future. That's always room for improvement. You know, we can always do better next time, which is perfect. And then Jas for the membership. Do you still have the car magnet thing in shop? I don't believe that I do, but potentially could bring that back for you. And then I saw that I was tagged in Falgy's Discord server. It won't let me see the ping. What time is it right now? Probably earlier, wasn't it? Oh yeah, I don't know. This chat is moving super fast. Apparently I got tagged in here. I don't see it. Do I have like notifications? Can I jump to the... Like, do you guys think that I'm smart enough to do this? The end? Probably not. Oh, right here? No. I don't know. Maybe it was like an add an everyone tag or something. Maybe I'm just smoking crack. Maybe I'm just smoking crack. You guys know how much I love crack. W Segi, guys. W Segi. How was that Segi? Everybody enjoy the Segi. The Segi was good. I hope that you guys enjoyed the Segi. Fun, quite fun. I know. We'll do Subnautica and this other video tomorrow because this video is 35 minutes long. I want to take my time on it. I don't want to rush on it and I have to leave in like a half an hour. So I want to be demure and mindful. I want to be demure and mindful, you guys, and you know, give it the attention that it deserves. I want to give it the attention that it deserves, and I don't feel like I can do that on a limited time frame. You know, I don't feel like I can do that on a limited time frame. So we'll save that for tomorrow. We'll stream tomorrow, you guys. We will do some more Segis tomorrow. We'll do more Segis tomorrow, and we'll do some Subnautica tomorrow as well, because I know how much you guys have been enjoying Subnautica. And then for you guys who are blissfully unaware, Subnautica members only stream, you guys. I hate the water. I hate the ocean. I hate all that shit. So there will be guaranteed crash outs like every waking moment of that stream. So members only Subnautica streams, we'll do that tomorrow afternoon. Yep, the VOD is still up. The VOD will remain up. It is members only. We're doing members only Subnautica. Yeah, and there is the fun teaser clip. I guess I can grab that really quick. I think Lulu sent that. Let me see if I can find it really quick. So tomorrow we'll do Gilded's video on Psy, and then we will also do the new Lio stream because I just want to take my time, guys. I want to give it the attention that it deserves. You know, we'll do more Segis tomorrow. Okay, so here's thank you, Lulu, for clipping this. Here's what you guys are getting with your memberships. This is what you guys are paying for. Oh. Oh! Oh fuck! Oh fuck! Ah! Oh fuck! Fuck! Do I scan? Should I just scan it? Should we go for it? Should we go? Oh! Get away! What is it? What? Did I go? Where'd it go? Oh, dude, it's awesome. And then I just drowned myself because I don't want to deal with it anymore. I just drowned myself to get away from the thing. So, pretty awesome, guys. Pretty awesome. That's what you guys are getting with your memberships, okay? That's what you guys are getting with your memberships, is me crashing the fuck out. That's what you guys are getting. It's pretty awesome. It's pretty awesome. So, make sure you get your fucking money up, okay? Make sure you get your fucking money up so you can watch me crash out while we play Subnautica, okay? Oh, all right. I'm gonna send you guys to morale this evening. Once again, I appreciate all you guys. You guys were very generous this evening. Really appreciate everybody hanging out for the Segi. And then we'll watch this new call tomorrow, and we'll do the Psy video as well. And we'll do some Subnautica. We'll have some good slop tomorrow, you guys. We'll have some good, delicious, yummy, tantalizing slop. And I'll also do call-ins tomorrow if anybody wants to talk, I suppose, I guess. But I do want to watch this fucking call. I'm not going to get stunt locked. It's only 35 minutes long, you guys. How long of a segment can it be? Answer. The longest segment you've ever seen in your entire fucking life. But nonetheless, we'll do that tomorrow, and then we'll do some Subnautica, guys. Some Subnautica. And I am still going to lobby. I think that me and GildedPoo should do a Frenemies podcast. My top pick for the Frenemies podcast is obviously Lio, but he's too much of a fat bitch to, you know, get involved or whatever. But nonetheless, you guys, we're still hoping. We're still hoping, okay? I will get my Frenemies podcast of my dreams relatively soon, okay? Thanks, guys, for hanging out with me. I appreciate y'all. I love you lots. And I will see you hasta mañana for some more delicious hot slop, okay? Hug, hug, kiss, kiss, XOXO. It's a girl. I'll see you guys later, alligator.